Oh, the army.
The army!
Nice stuff in
Cool.
I'm gonna fucking sign up.
default playing smoke.
Back? Yeah.
Love how he gets the first kill and repositions
God, I
within the
wish.
smoke, but doesn't
Hello. Oh, I should turn this off before I put it.
Back? What?
in cheeky.
Wait, are we back?
Yeah, we're back.
Oh, is that because we were on AT&T or?
Yeah.
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 Oh, PogChamp. Bye-bye, Jaws.
He wins neural staff.
It auto-hosted Jaws. So,
Let's
yeah.
go.
Let's go!
A bunch of thieves.
Hello. You got your mic turned on?
Yeah, I've got my mic on.
Okay.
Angle shots.
Okay.
Tripwire.
Seems like 100 Thieves are really struggling right now.
Yeah.
Goodness. Do we see another 10?
Yeah.
We do that.
Oh, you should probably turn the TV down again.
Oh yeah, I should turn the sound down again.
Probably
Well,
turn that TV down
we swapped
again,
to the other internet and now it
Still
works.
pushing through his cage there against
Yeah.
Kyle and Sean, where Sean
Ah.
has been pushing sewers.
I was trying to steal the mouse away from Kurt.
Not quite work out.
Yeah, unfortunately as well, 100 Thieves.
Where they did all push down.
I mean, I thought Gen.G might come into this map a bit boomed.
Yeah, but it looks like they are the opposite of boomed.
And also, 100 Thieves were normally better on their attacking side.
Of Haven.
No shock darts to fight.
So,
In a little bit of trouble.
Which
Hay bale.
Thank you.
Eating grass.
which team picked this map?
You do
100
back
Thieves.
away.
Oh,
Don't want to deal with that
interesting.
once more, especially with the
I mean, that
super
makes
shoulder
sense,
shots.
but this has always been a pretty good map for Gen.G too.
Doable round.
Yeah, it has always been a really good map for Gen.G, but
But yeah,
I still
mean,
thought 100
makes
Thieves
sense,
would win.
They will find what they need.
The old Bucky coming out, huh?
yes.
Gotta deal with Kush.
Make the Bucky 4,000.
Can't quite do that. Suda's still waiting for any.
I've been buying a rifle and a judge when I play on a Haven now short. I play with the judge close, and then if I need to back, I just pick up the rifle
You're a
for like
gremlin.
retakes.
The
You're
goal of
you're
Kusta
a
using
gremlin.
using the steel setups against steel. He just killed steel with the steel setup.
Down and held the tripwire.
That, yeah, I mean,
That's gonna make
psychological
you.
warfare.
That's gonna make you mauled.
Now the learner.
Wait,
Nitro.
wait.
Nitro!
That was
Holy
clean.
shit!
Nitro!
Sheesh!
Biology he studied for
Surely that cannot be real.
geometry.
The
You
internet
must
is
have
not
installed
fixed.
aim hacks.
We have.
Oh, maybe the
We have
YouTube
two
chat's
lines.
broken as well because it's on a new VOD.
Yeah. It actually. That's a good point. Probably on a different board. No, you need to open it as a tab.
Wait. Oh my god.
I don't know what's going on YouTube.
Hello?
Hello.
YouTube.
What is
Oh, chat Valorant.
Hello, chat.
why is
Instead of
my
playing RAF, you guys want to play board games instead?
fast?
Nice. There's 18 people watching right
And
now.
I'm gonna talk to all of them.
Yeah.
Great.
Hello.
Hello, YouTube chat. We're back.
Oh, look at all the things I can do. Look at them.
Yeah, I saw that Asuna tweeted. I didn't. Oh yeah, he tweeted like PogChamp reaction or something.
I mean, he just did it for you.
I
He was thinking
I think
about
so.
you the whole time.
I think he was.
That's
I think
so
he was.
sweet.
When are Bren and Josh going to do a chess battle? When have I ever said anything about chess?
When
dog.
are we gonna do the Pokemon race?
Doing chess tonight?
Oh. When are we doing a Pokemon race?
I want to do
When
a
we
Pokemon.
figure out
I want to
a-
do it next week.
Or when we figure out a good system?
I want to do it next week.
We need a good. We need to. Okay, you can't just wing this.
No, but we need to agree on a game,
Yeah.
and then we need to agree on some rules, and then we need to just run it.
Are you gonna do it on the couch?
On the couch? How on earth are we going to do it on the couch? We would need 2 separate monitors.
I want that. So what
How
I want
would
to
that
test
work?
is. This is gonna be crazy, okay? But hear me out.
Okay.
I want to.
All right.
I'm hearing you out.
I'm not hearing
How
it.
could we do this? I'm trying to think of the ways to do this. Because Pokemon games, obviously we would be streaming off of a capture card. obviously.
Obviously.
Because it would be illegal otherwise. But theoretically, if we were to use an emulator,
Yeah.
then we would stream off of... I'm thinking we use our laptops to stream. Do you still have your gaming laptop? Was it broken?
It's in pieces at the technician's
He still hasn't fixed
place
it?
now. Month and a half later.
He's robbed your laptop. He's gone.
Maybe. I
No,
told him.
he's
Yesterday.
it now, isn't he?
Yeah, he said it was in. Yeah, I mean, but he could say that he's fixing it.
Graphics cards go for a pretty penny these days. Oh my god.
Asuna with the final bullet of his frenzy gets shorn. Oh my god.
Nice dart to finish the job.
Wait.
Nice entry.
Wait.
Wait.
Good
wait.
trades.
Uh-oh.
Both of them coming from short is going to be... Oh, well, splitting. I mean, regardless, both of them coming from CT side should be kind
By
of
the way, though,
unexpected.
really nice smoke from GMD on the default box to stop Nitro flashing through it.
Yeah.
Ah.
I mean, these
Swirling my wine at that
positions
one.
are...
Ended up making a big difference, though, because Nitro just had to swing and could only trade one for
The
one.
problem is, these positions would be good if the spike was planted for them.
Ethan.
Yeah, the spike was not planted
um,
at all, but they had to react.
Back on the Pokemon thought train.
Yeah.
I'm thinking because we want to use... Because we're using... Theoretically, we could use emulators. I don't know if we will. But they don't require much processing power. So I would like
Yeah.
to stream off of laptops so that we can have... I want to figure out... I want
how-
to figure out a way where we can get the same camera input but streaming different outputs of
Yeah.
the game with controllers on the couch.
Okay.
So that we have...
So that we can banter with each other while we're playing.
Yes.
But you could also just do that by being in the same Discord call and squad streaming.
You want to do that?
I mean, that's a much simpler way of doing a similar
Yeah, it
result,
is,
isn't
it
it?
And it doesn't take up the couch as well.
Yeah, exactly. And we don't have to, like, do all of that shit.
Okay,
I think
so
that's
we pick a
plan.
game.
Pick a game.
Do we run like speed running splits? Like to get to, so that people actually
keep
track of
I think
like
so,
stuff.
Yeah.
So we figure out how to run.
And I think every gym leader you complete, there's a forfeit. So there's like a catch-up mechanic, you know? The same way when we did the Sekiro race, there
so
was
what
like
would you do?
the spin the wheel. We got to bring the wheel back. And we just run from house to house with the wheel.
Or we could do a virtual wheel.
We could do a virtual wheel, but we're living in the same like block. I feel
Yeah.
like a physical wheel is too much fun.
I think we should. I don't want to do like a box standard Pokemon game either.
I
like the idea though. Paint shells to explode and the push of nitro
so we could do one of
played down and man
the ROM hacks,
bonus.
like Blaze Black or Kaizo or something. The problem is that they are genuinely really hard. Even if you're not nuzlocking, even if you're just playing it through,
What makes them hard?
the AI is better, the Pokemon that you face are much better, that kind of shit.
Yeah, you don't want a grindy one. You don't want one where you have to like.
That's why I don't want to do a Nuzlocke, because they're very
grind
grindy.
the field. Are they?
They are. You're supposed to get your Pokemon and train them up a lot before you go and face trainers and gyms, because otherwise, like the number one reason that people fail Nuzlocks is because their Pokemon just haven't been grinded up enough. But when you do a normal speed run, you don't need to do very much grinding. That's the whole point of a speed run. There are runs that are optimized for just like a couple of Pokemon to get massive amounts of XP and then pound.
Gotcha.
So I think we could do a ROM hack. I think we just pick
Yeah, I'll take those in the gun round.
a normal game and try and speed run it.
Okay.
I think we'll run into a lot of problems trying to properly speed run.
Oh, you want to like actually speed? Well, I guess we are. We're racing against each other.
Yeah,
so
we're
we'll just
racing,
speed
so
run.
we're trying to speed run.
Let's do Gen 3.
Something crazy with Asuna.
Gen 3 was the first gen I played. It's my favorite gen. I'm down.
Let's do.
You want to do like
What?
Emerald
How
or
many
something?
quality of life improvements were there with Emerald
I don't know.
Keep the bucket and he will
over Ruby and Sapphire?
I played Emerald a while back.
Like, does it make
money into the next round. If you stay alive, you get a
does it make May on the bridge easier? I can't remember.
That battle is the
That is the
most
speedrun
horrible
killer.
battle.
It's
Yeah.
the speedrun killer.
Yeah.
spread.
Yeah, we could do Emerald.
Same spot he always starts off for the fault line.
You want to do
Wyatt
Emerald?
looks so bored listening to them talk about Pokemon.
What?
Wyatt's a Zoomer. He's never played Pokemon. He's into Fortnite and Magic the Gathering.
That's what the Zoomers are
That's what the
into.
Zoomers
Very
are
opposite
into.
games.
I'm also older than Bren.
Kusta,
Throws a wrench into the narrative.
Ethan does get spotted and a drone.
A little bit, perhaps.
I do like Fortnite though.
Oh yeah, we could do a randomizer. If you don't want it to be a straight up just default speedrun, we could do a randomizer.
Won't that
Make it random who wins? Yeah, absolutely. Somebody could get horrible matchups and someone else could get a free run. Yes.
Okay, I'm down to do a randomizer.
I've never played a randomizer
You can do a
before.
Gen 3 randomizer.
I don't know. I mean, if it's randomized, at that point, we could be playing anything, couldn't we? Oh, you can both play the same seed. Ah, now that is, yeah, that would be good.
Push this, try to give something.
Thanks, Akuma.
Not quite gonna work out. He has to come up huge.
You guys notice that Kusta's good?
Yeah.
Akusta's very good.
He really is.
You notice that Gen.G's getting,
To be Link, lost.
or 100 Thieves rather, are getting plowed.
Yeah.
Angles.
Yeah, absolutely destroyed.
Yeah.
Really just
They are.
fall apart. Player after player.
Randomizer, but every time you lose, you have to get a dub in Fortnite. You gotta boot up the Battle Royale.
You know, Nitro
Kusta, this is what I was saying on the show, but I really think that his read on the game is just so impressive.
Yeah. I mean, he won that round for them.
Yeah.
Gets the kill on Hiko,
His-
and then it predicts that Asana's going to try and repush mid and just holds him. Kills him.
It's his spatial awareness and his understanding of enemy positions. Like his mental view, his third eye view that gives him access to the top-down view of the map is
Yeah.
so accurate.
It is, yeah.
He's really intelligent.
Coming back as well.
Pokemon Emerald speedrun, but every battle randomizes your team. I mean, we're just getting to mental states right now. We're not good at Pokemon, guys. We're going to lose repeatedly if we play that
I'm
kind
pretty
of
good
stuff.
at Pokemon.
Playing for OT, but
You understand
That's a
stab?
cap. Yes.
No, you
Giga
don't.
cap.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
This guy's giga capping.
You,
I was a competitive Pokemon player back in the day.
That's not true.
You ever IV trained a Charizard?
Actually, no. Never done IV training.
Yeah. That's what I thought, kid.
first to fall. Trying to find
Wait, is this going to be the beginning of the comeback for 100
Thrifty?
Thieves? Little thrifty round to get him back on the board.
more doable. Still
These smokes are so purposeful for GMD when they hit A to stop Nitro getting value on breach.
at sight line.
Bolt can come out from
At least
Sean to seal
Nitro's
the
done
deal.
economic damage. Oh, it's
no,
still
I
winnable.
mean, he
Still
could do
winnable.
numbers on the board type damage.
Oh, was there an updraft there that we didn't hear?
Must have been.
He must have faked it. I
Got
mean,
his-
and
Yo,
Great
Nitro,
round.
bro,
Nitro,
full piece.
Nitro has just been nasty this tournament.
That teabagging would be disallowed in EU. Nitro would have been
Yeah.
banned from the tournament.
what a round.
Dude, you wouldn't have made it back in the Xbox 360 days, says someone in response to that.
Can you make the YouTube
sure.
chat a little bigger? Because after mocking you for it earlier, I now can't read it anymore. There we go.
The Knives of Quinn.
There you go.
4K on the round, and Nitro holds for 100 Thieves. If they lost,
Did you watch the Diffuse game earlier?
No.
Anyone?
Not yet. I'm going to look
Yeah,
over the board
I'm
later.
excited to watch that one later.
Yeah.
had to fight with against on Ascent. Still a lot to contend with. It was a light buy, just Bucky's.
Look at that. Steel waits in mid to put the tripwire
killed it
up
anyway.
after the shock dart. Yeah, and there's a player waiting to kill it. Mind games going on in mid. And now they know that Steel is holding close to B, or is at least in the AB connector. So they could have gone for a somewhat of a faster push into A.
Oh, still just
That's
walking into mid.
that is very ballsy. He knows there's a player down there because they broke the tripwire, but he
Gen.G was hitting against
Channeling
He
his
just
core.
pushes. Channels the DAPS energy as well. That's what DAPS was doing.
Still goes back.
Need to remove all your VIPs.
There's a lot. Oh,
Yes.
this is up.
Need to do a big old,
Got to be very.
yeah, the wipe.
He knows how this is playing out.
Everyone on equal footing.
Huh. That is,
Space.
I don't think that arrow was supposed to land there.
Come out in a couple moments.
Look at this weird play between Steel and Kusta.
What was that lineup?
Look at that.
That is nice.
That's
from
so good
Kusta.
from Kusta. He's playing incredibly well.
So difficult now. 100
They were just mapping Steel's positioning throughout the round. They knew he was close to B at the beginning because he laid down the tripwire after the shock dart. Then he pushed down and he killed Sean, and it just gave Kusta this wonderful timing to get a jump on him in hell.
New Gen.G just, they make me proud.
Yeah.
Brings a tear to my eye. Kusta's just one of those guys that it's like everything he does, all the kills that he will find in a match are always impact.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't just, he's not just getting throwaway kills and looking good on a scoreboard, you know? Like everything he does is impact.
Winnable? Yeah, I saw Kusta using Steel's Hell Trip against Steel, and he got the kill as well. This is GG, yeah. This is GG.
What is that noise? That's the...
What a read on the sound from Kami Cock.
Who's
waggling a tape measure?
Yeah, that's what it was. Kurt's measuring stuff to fix our internet.
What a, you know, you got good ears on you, kid. Anyone ever tell you got good at listening?
You got a future.
He's measuring the size of the pipes that the cable comes through to get to our house. The internet passes through a large pipe, and he's measuring it to see whether the flow is getting choked up.
Someone used to run it back.
It's 3 internets long.
The duel between Kusta and Steel is huge right here.
Yeah, I know it's EVs, not IVs. Effort values. I don't know what IV stands for.
Oh, is IV the stats that they have at the
Yeah,
beginning
when the Pokemon is born.
Right.
I think you can change it in the modern games.
You can change IVs?
Yeah, individual values. Yeah, you can change them, I think. Later. Oh my god. What was the idea there?
I don't know. I think they were just trying to walk up and cover angles for each other, but they didn't anticipate 100 Thieves holding this close.
He was just a little too eager to find the pick on Nitro. Just a little too eager.
I know that you can breed IVs, and a lot of speedrunners just keep resetting until they get a starter with good... Oh, well, actually, no, they don't reset. They hold manip. They use RNG manipulation to get really good IVs for their Pokemon.
Yes, I know what that means.
Oh, I don't know how to do it, but I've seen people do it. I've been watching
they do it off the
of
clock
Pokemon
and stuff?
speedruns.
They reset the clock?
Yeah, that kind of shit, yeah.
Locked and loaded. Can they put together 5 in a row? That is the bigger question. We were questioning this round, but this setup was great. You have Ethan.
I don't know why Gen.G were just
on a tighter angle,
slowly walking up.
Well, they've gotten kills on people in the AB connector somewhat frequently in this game. So maybe they just thought, hey, if we walk the op up to that, maybe we'll find a kill. And then they saw Nitro and wanted to try and get him.
Either case, grass control, Asma very, very close. He's gonna pop the showstopper.
Okay.
Oh, that was
One
around
ult for another.
Yeah. And there's a one-way, so Sean
Asuna
can't flash
still
in.
playing in this close corner.
Yeah.
It's a very risky spot.
Yes,
He has Hiko to play off.
Yeah. Some darts.
And they shock dart to be able to last out GMD's smoke, so now Hiko can properly swing.
A whole round by himself against 100 Thieves.
Thrown to big space on A long.
Look at Kusta again, posted up close on B. If he gets a kill on Hiko or Nitro, game-changing. Again.
100 Thieves would
Oh, they smoke him off.
a lot of ultimates.
Is Kusta going to push the smoke? No.
Ult for info.
Yeah.
From Heathen for info, and he spots just GMD down long.
Gen.G is still so spread out. Like, I have no idea which site they're going to commit to here. It looks like they're regrouping for A.
It's still the same angle, but
Yeah, 40 seconds left. I mean, this is A.
angle into
But
Wynn's just been holding the long A angle.
spots one.
So, oh, this is
they thought there was
good
only one
pressure
in mid.
towards B.
I think they thought there was only Kusta in mid, so Asuna tried to push out a garage and like pincer him with Nitro, and now Steel is just fucked.
Yeah.
I thought they...
Nice.
I mean, Nitro sent in the flash in mid, right?
God, and then
Yeah.
Kusta just works his way through garage, catching another one.
They have to use both ults for this.
I mean, that's just...
I think Hiko just did more team damage than he did. People damage.
Alright, GMD's gonna get the kill on one
Let's
here.
go!
Yeah, they get both of them.
Wow.
That's it.
That was a good round.
Map pick.
Yeah.
That was a good round.
Holy moly.
Gen.G rolled him on defense. Like 100 Thieves attack. How many rounds has 100 Thieves got an attack this entire match?
Not many. Well, actually,
Is it like 5 overall?
they would have got a lot more on the overtime.
Oh, the OT rounds, yeah. But I guess
I don't think
in
it's that many.
regulation, how many rounds have they got?
And this one's going to be exciting for sure, especially if
Did they actually win more attacking rounds?
a little bit more energy on that.
They probably won more attacking rifle rounds in OT than in regulation so far.
On Haven, but Gen.G just had the number there.
Because some of the attacking rounds they won was like a pistol on...
Consider what you highlighted earlier in the map.
a pistol, wasn't it?
Operator from the
Like a
side.
pistol and a follower?
They won.
Chat is saying 5, but I think one of them was a pistol and follow-up, wasn't it?
Yeah, they won 2 on the initial attack on Ascent.
But on
And
bot,
then-
it's still
then they
useful
won
to
3 on
trade
Haven.
on the up. I don't think 100 Thieves have an answer for something
Yeah.
like that.
Oh, so they
That
didn't
might be
win
a
pistol
problem
it.
moving into the next map.
Yeah, I honestly think
I'm
that
capping.
win is his best match.
But then I didn't consider the overtimes.
The way they're moving
Yeah.
around the map,
Simone got some new
attack
artwork.
and defense.
Oh, he did? What is that?
Very, very
What is
He
the
also shaved
artwork? Huh?
the chin.
Do they have a response?
Now he's only got
The mustache?
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what to think about the Simo facial hair. It's not terrible, by any means. It's much better than a mustache that I can pull off. But it feels like it's not quite fully formed yet, you know?
Sure.
It's not like a banging mustache. It's in the middle. It's in the middle.
I'm the same now.
What, when you try and grow one?
I don't have face. Well, if my facial hair is also quite pale.
Mate, it looks like a possum crawled onto your top lip when you try and grow.
Yeah, it's like my hair is like blonde.
It's blonde, but it's bristly as well.
Yeah,
It's like a doormat.
Yeah.
It's kind of
No,
like, I don't know.
My facial hair is also just egregious.
Yeah,
There's
mine's-
a reason why I stay shaved.
Mine's feathery and
I mean,
patchy
it's
and all
just
over the
awful.
place. Every couple of years, I think, oh, let's see what it's like. Never changes.
One day I will be
Never
able to
changes.
though. One day I will be able to.
No, you won't. Some men are just cursed with
No.
never being
No,
able
no.
to.
I know I won't be. Yeah, I won't
You
be
think
able
you won't
to.
be able to?
Nope. No, I've given up.
No. Well, at least like the men in my family. For one, they all have this egregious hairline. They don't go bald. They're just permanently. They will always be Vegeta. Like they will always have this fucking Vegeta hairline that adds 10 years onto you. What's just happened there? Hello?
Okay. You okay?
Yeah.
What have you done? Are you all right?
I splashed water in my eye, laughed, put water into my nose by choking on it, and then choked on the water that was coming back out of my nose. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah. But yeah, all the men in our family, they don't go bald. They will always have this shit hairline.
Yeah.
Maybe I will go
It's a
bald. though.
gift and a curse.
Who knows? But the thing is, they all just resort to just shaving their heads anyway because they don't know how to make the hair look good. But I think I'll be the first to. No, never mind. At some point, I'm gonna have to shave my head. I don't know when.
My dad can grow a beard, and he has a fat, receding hairline, but he hasn't gone bald.
So why won't you be able to grow a beard?
don't know. It just hasn't happened.
I mean, you will eventually.
No, my mum can't grow a beard. She's half of my genetics.
Lean into the Vegeta thing.
Your hair genetics come from your mother's side of the family.
Yeah, but that isn't. It's not 100% of it. It's just that you're more likely because it's carried on the X chromosome or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's. I definitely don't have like the exact same hair stuff as my.
If I got.
Because my mum's dad is completely bald and was at like the age of 20.
Right. If I got hair gel, I could.
Is it
I
the
could
Y?
Go for
Yeah,
the
the
Vegeta.
Y makes sense.
The Vegeta cut. Like either that or I'd look like, you know those trolls with the hair that goes up. Yeah, I'd look like one of those. I think.
Snip your pubes and paste them on your face.
I mean,
Could do.
So you read that in the chat, and then you thought to yourself, "Let me repeat that out loud."
Yeah. This is how I foster a culture within my Twitch chat.
A culture? You kidding me?
Foster a culture.
Wyatt sitting with his perfect head of hair, just speechless.
Nah, I'm no.
I don't know where Wyatt's hairline is. Wyatt has a deceptive fringe.
Yeah.
It's there.
That's very normal, actually.
Yeah,
There's
it's good facial.
that is just a regular hairline. That's incredibly annoying. Yeah, now I'm just going to be annoyed. My little brother shaved his head about the same time that I did. Because he was in quarantine and he was like, yeah, I'll just get a number 1 everywhere. He didn't shave it completely, but he got a number 1. And when it grew back curly. He had perfectly straight hair. He had perfectly straight hair, seriously. It was like dead straight. And he shaved most of it off and it's grown back curly.
No.
What?
Seriously, he looks
That
like
doesn't make sense.
he looks like a Wensleydale sheep now.
That doesn't make sense.
And it looks awesome on him, but he never had curly hair before.
Space might be right. He got a perm and told no
No,
one.
it's not.
Well, he's
no,
like-
he's like 11.
Yeah, he's like super young.
He's 12 actually.
All the
No, wait,
he
no,
might
he's
be
not.
watching
He's-
TikToks. All the kids are getting perms
He's
these
13.
days.
He's 13. He's not. He hasn't snuck out of the house in the middle of quarantine and got a perm. There's no way.
You never know. He
That's
could be
kinda
watching
crazy.
TikTok.
But how does that work? Do you think that hair is like one of the sciences that is still a mystery to people? Like, we haven't figured it out yet.
What does that mean?
Like, they haven't figured out balding. Oh, Simba's got a
Well,
cat.
actually, I'm not sure.
Oh,
I'm not sure saying they haven't figured out balding is correct. Isn't there actually a really good anti-balding medicine on the market?
fuck off, it's there.
Yeah,
Well, I think
it's,
it also has like pretty like intense
what is it,
side
like
effects. But I think
finasteride?
yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. I think
Really?
I think there is actually.
I thought they didn't know why people balded.
Well, I think maybe you. I think you're confusing yourself and the scientific community.
I'm not balding. No way. No way.
I want what Bren's having.
I'm high on life.
Yeah, and they also have like hair transplants. That's a
Yeah,
solution. to
actually,
balding.
that's one thing I could do. Like, I got all this hair at the back of my neck that I don't need.
Take it out your ass, put it
I
on
could
your
just,
head.
well, not my ass, but like, I
Why
could
not?
put this shit, like, fill in the Vegeta gaps here,
This time around, Gen.G,
and like,
even on the
next thing you know,
we're able to get a great start going.
No way your hair grows even.
maybe, I don't know.
I don't know how. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it would it? But it looks good on people when they get it done for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah. That's not the plastic surgery I would get, though. I would get, is laser eye surgery considered plastic surgery?
No.
Or is that like medical stuff?
How would that be considered plastic surgery?
I don't know, maybe they're under like the same umbrella.
I don't think
They're
they're
really
under the same
not,
umbrella.
are they?
no.
Because one is, I mean, they also achieve different things totally.
Yeah. Plastic surgery is
You can get
designed.
plastic surgery that helps you in
Yeah.
your quality of life.
Yeah, true.
Like you can
Yeah,
get
if
like
you're a burn
stuff for
victim
your
or something.
nose.
Sure,
and-
yeah.
Yeah.
Not even that. Like I'm thinking, like some people have difficulty breathing through their nose because they've got like a collapsed nasal. I think.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
they've
think,
just
and
been
they get
snorting
sure.
coke for years.
and they get like
their
well, not
septum's
some people
disintegrated.
don't do cocaine, Josh, and they still have it.
Yeah.
But
no,
they-
true.
But the plastic surgery helps that, you know.
yeah.
Brent is firing on all cylinders. What? What? But yeah, isn't it like if I thought it would fall under the umbrella?
I don't think it's considered plastic surgery though. I don't know what the parameters are for something to be considered plastic surgery, but I don't think that is it.
He's in the mojo, he's in the mood on Haven. You can only see it.
Laser eye surgery. I don't think
Brennan's
so.
right. Scientists, so the YouTube chat is so freaking smart. Scientists still don't understand why humans haven't evolved out of hair, since it serves no purpose. I think it does serve a
Hair
purpose.
serves no
It definitely
purpose.
serves a purpose. But it
You ever
is kind
tried-
of weird how we've like.
Say that to a bald man.
It is. It's
I
kind
mean,
of.
it does keep you warm in the cold.
It does. It keeps you warm.
But it
Yeah.
also helps with sweat as well. Like it prevents.
Oh, you have no idea how greasy my bald head was getting.
Yeah, it helps prevent like sweat rashes. And
Seriously,
stuff.
I have a wall right behind my sofa in my
Yeah.
old apartment, and
I don't
when
wanna
I
hear this.
when I
What
lean
did
back
you do to that
normally,
I don't want to hear this.
when you lean back normally and your hair touches a wall, you don't leave a big old greasy patch, do you? Unless you're truly unwashed. But with my bald head,
I don't want to hear this.
even if I'd just been in the shower that day, lean back, leave a little bit of a grease patch on the wall.
Here's what I'm going to say. Here's what I'm going to say.
Yeah?
I hope the new tenants don't like Valorant, so they wouldn't be watching this stream.
Well, obviously it gets repainted.
Well, maybe, but also like if you were there for long enough, there would just be like erosion in the wall.
I'm not eroding the wall. I'm not
Grease would erode
secreting
away.
acid.
But it would like it would reduce the you know, the
All I'm
molecular
saying is,
makeup.
they're normal, natural.
You'd be slowly breaking it down.
They're
with
just
this
normal oils that your head releases,
Your
but
hair helps.
normally
you know?
they get soaked up by your hair.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you with that one.
Next map's Bind.
Spitting facts.
Bind is the last.
What are you thinking, Gen.G?
Oh, Gen.G are running a Sky.
Yeah.
That I suppose that is their thing now. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's their thing. I think Gen.G win this.
Yeah.
I think 100 Thieves have lost their chance after losing Haven.
I've always liked.
Sad.
I've always liked Gen.G on Bind.
Well, actually, it hasn't statistically been their best map. I think Haven was statistically.
I
Their
think
best map
Haven
for a
is
long
their
time.
statistically best map, but you can't always go by the numbers.
Yeah, their trademark map for me has always been.
Oh, there's my
Bind.
water. You grab my water.
Yeah, sure. You do you have any other instructions for me?
You fill it up.
What did your previous servant die from?
What?
With that guiding light, put it up over.
Don't answer back.
I'm
please.
filling it up from the chat. From the
No,
chat,
you're not.
From the tap,
Why are you doing that?
so that you get a brain parasite.
Fucking no. Oh yeah. Oh, what? We got a perfectly good filter.
The tap water here is delicious and safe.
I don't agree.
You're pouring it all out.
I
Tap
don't-
water in Austin is delicious and safe.
I don't think it is.
It is.
Guy, huh?
No, I don't think it is.
It is both.
No, I don't think it's delicious. I also feel it's very unsafe.
It's both. It is both delicious and safe.
I can't believe you've done that.
You can't. I'm drinking tap water. I've been drinking tap water. I was drinking tap water in LA as well.
I swear to God, YouTube chat is just 7 heads, all of them. Ramsey says, tap water in Austin is disgusting and not safe.
That's just nonsense. That's just confirmation bias. You're just reading what you want to read.
Yes.
Where is your evidence for tap water in Austin not being safe? It is ranked among the most safe tap waters in the US.
The evidence is my personal opinion that I've established over the past month.
It's nonsense.
That's a good start.
Oh, God. Louisville, Kentucky has the best water in the nation in terms of taste and safety. All right. I didn't say Austin was the best.
Josh drinks LA tap water and his hair goes bald. Coincidence? I think Avast onto something.
You just made Avast sound stupider than he is as well, because he said his hair falls out, and you said his hair goes bald.
His hair goes bald?
His hair goes bald. His hair goes bald. Our food is here, and it's an eco round, so I'm going to get it.
Turn the mic off.
Yummers.
Turn the mic off.
Oh, yeah.
Hot take.
Go on then.
Baby Bay is the simple of Valorant. Thoughts? I
What?
agree.
Oh my god, the lack of utility to clear out that area. They just straight up taking the orb, huh? Not able to clear out Nitro. It's a smart slow orb. Does he know he's in pocket? I don't think they know that Wynn's here, but Wynn doesn't have anything to really kill them. He dashes. Why do people buy the shorty? Still. Wynn does.
I've seen it work once in a while. There was the one round where Shanks like dropped down out of heaven and blasted someone in hell on Ascent A. I don't know. I suppose you can find your windows with it sometimes. Look at that
rifle.
That Bucky is. Oh god.
Here's the Bucky.
Oh, went in deep.
He shot him with the Bucky as he passed. Trying to aim punch him or something.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think the shorty just needs to forever stay how it is right now. It's just not the type of gun that you can buff reasonably.
Nice round from Gen.G, honestly.
That is so
like,
goofy.
I don't really know why 100 Thieves would... I guess they got baited into taking the orb early in showers, thinking they weren't over there.
He faked it like 3 times, and that put Gen.G in a great position to just swarm him. 3
Because
people
Asuna died.
rushing in. Nitro tried to help, Eco tried to help. It just wasn't
The early
enough.
shower, or the late shower pressure from Gen.G to get the kill
I
onto
wouldn't say it's just
Asuna.
Vandal, but it played a
And he
big
picked up
factor.
the orb. Gave him a gun, opened up A for them. And, and they didn't know that Quinn was in. He like jumped over Nitro's wall, but they had no fucking idea that he was in pocket, waiting to waiting to pounce.
Nitro's here with them this time. Ooh, 4 people here actually. Ow. It's tagged for it. Guard on the backside there.
I like this.
Now, but 3 Gen.G members ready and willing
Yeah.
to accept it.
I
Trying to
mean,
make something
the
happen.
timing though, what?
Sean.
Good idea from 100 Thieves, but the timing on all the utility was off. The drone came too late. The slow came too early. Good idea though, it just wasn't synced up.
They tried. They wanted control of long. They tried to get it. That's likely going to be the spike plan.
Do you think people are going to move to areas that have abundances of water in the near future? Because water as a resource is running out.
Not the same one. Not his own Reaver.
Yeah.
But do you think, like, right now, for example, like property values near,
I think
I don't know,
they're
big
aligned.
lakes,
They're gonna
probably, you know, pretty low comparatively to, like, LA,
especially with Sean pushing
you know,
the spot.
places that might suffer from a drought.
Well, I mean, yes. I mean, that is already changing.
Are the property values going up?
Property values of all the states neighboring California are going up.
Interesting.
There's plenty of time for his teammates.
But those don't really have access to a lot of water, though, right?
On the right side now.
Like Arizona and Nevada, those are just deserts.
One to go. Hands of
What do you mean, like
I mean, I guess I was more specifically thinking about the Pacific
Oregon and
Northwest,
shit? Yeah, yeah. Interesting.
etc. But
Yeah, I'm not saying like a house on the lakeside. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like,
Carry that into the next round, a gun round for
I don't know,
100
places with like ample access to clean water.
This is looking a little bit tight. Still, the economy is.
so if the but the base question is, as there's less water,
Opening up this.
Yeah, basically because they theorize that like clean water supplies are going to be dwindling.
yeah.
Water's going to get more expensive,
I mean,
and it's going to be harder to come by in the future.
Bren is literally describing eco-migration. It's already a thing and will get worse due to climate change.
But that's what, yeah. Do you think like people are noticing? Do you think like smart people are doing it? Anyway, the round's begun. We don't have to talk about this anymore. We can talk about this and the power of the judge instead. Oh my God, Asuna. Oh my God.
Showstopper finds one, steal as well, anchoring from elbow, finds another, but does get eventually
That's a
trade.
very, I don't know
Asuna
what.
drops down through the
Was that
cage,
a
there's the tag,
trap?
and it's looking
What?
good for 100 Thieves. Still 2 remain.
Or was that a dart?
Gen.G, Gimel, Mikael back to the
Gimel?
elbow, and they're stuck. They can't move. Owl drone to
I don't
clear.
know.
What happened to Sideshow? Josh, remember
He's
him?
gone to go get the food.
He
but I
went to go get the
guarantee
food,
you-
and he's just
Quite
gone.
Yeah, he's eating all of our food next door, and we're just earning money for him on his channel while he's gone.
Yeah, we really are just earning money for him
Yeah.
right now, right?
We should rise up.
Where's my money?
We should seize the means of production.
Speak together.
Facts.
Actually force these guys.
Bren scuff muscles. I could pop your head like a watermelon between my thighs, kiddo. You can't stand up to me.
I think there's a lot of people in chat who would volunteer for you to do that.
You try to up the octane on 100.
You got the food?
They're coming right back at
They struggled, did they?
I thought you would got lost on your way back in. Couldn't find the house.
and he's right behind you to clean the tires.
They took a long time because they keep thinking it's at the end of the road.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah,
Beyond meat,
it's-
anyone?
Yeah, no, I got impossible. I think.
Impossible meat?
Yeah.
I got you.
How has this game been going?
I don't know. Bren started talking about
Yeah,
clean
on the-
water supply.
On the eco round, I started talking about like the migration of people and how they might move to places with clean water supplies.
Okay.
Who got beyond me?
Here's the wolf to
Probably
follow
Kurt.
suit. These two, there's a lot of
That right there.
Who got the no onions on the nachos?
Me.
They're gonna fight again.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh my God.
What the
How did Asuna just get that two-piece?
what the dickens is going on here?
I think this is mine, but I could be eating someone else's food. I hope not.
Hello. Thanks for opening the door for me,
How
buddy.
many munch traps did we order?
And the res as well.
5, I think.
We had 3 here.
What do you mean we had 3?
1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah. No, sorry, we didn't order 5. We ordered 4 because Wyatt only had nachos. Sorry, that is definitely Kurt's.
It's the point of no return. And Asuna duels them all. The lineup that's forced.
This was yours with Beyond Meat?
Thank you.
Is that right?
I'm gonna eat in the kitchen actually,
I think it is.
as opposed to on here. Actually, I mean it's okay to eat here. We can bust out my new Dyson, my new future thing.
Play like he's been playing this game.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn up my mic as well while I eat.
Set up
Some
that
shadows in here.
communication, that coordination in a team environment. Very well.
Oh, wow. Asuna just chatted that out.
I mean, it doesn't help that they line up for him.
It was...
But even
They just held control of showers,
salvaged by
broke all of the utility, used counter utility, and then when they pushed in... Asuna's 12-1! What the hell?
Thieves take the lead.
I mean, he just got 3 in that round, but...
He's got knives up short.
Wyatt's a doctor? Yeah.
The rounds that Gen.G won, I think they put us in.
Back off anyways after realizing that the situation.
No, Asuna only has 1 death. So they can't have killed him on both rounds they won.
Cover all of. Yeah, there's an angle for Asuna. Flash doesn't catch him, but he does miss the shot finally.
Asuna and Nitro pushing down... sorry, Ethan.
Bathroom, 'cause that's
Pushing down mid.
and they know they don't have bathroom control. This
Pushing
time.
down short, sorry.
He's gonna find this, I think.
Used the paranoia. Nitro walled off hookah.
Oh, that is tough. Does get traded though. Ethan now.
Ethan could get overwhelmed here.
A lot of individuals on the opposite
Nope.
front. They're gonna push in. One
Just
at a
kidding,
time.
he's too
Take
good.
those, TP onto the truck, but can't put the round in reverse. He's only by himself.
That's quite cool from GMD. GMD just walked half inside his smoke so he could still see through it, but he couldn't get tagged by a recon dart.
Have that redemption arc to fulfill. Weapons online, ultimates online. Kusta particularly has the neural theft. But 100 Thieves, look at that. They've got everything they need.
The 1 round Gen.G won, Asuna camped spawn and killed 2 Gen.G members and survived. Right.
And still not getting that operator online, which we said was a key on Haven. There we go, finally.
He walked half in it so the Heaven guy can't see him.
Ethan's not
Yeah, he also dodged the recon though.
smoke that we've
Didn't he?
seen deep. No Hiko either, the drone.
I think he
himself,
did.
though. This could get dangerous. Still spots him with the camera though, and they know immediately.
He could have just walked backwards so the Heaven guy didn't see him.
Situation. Now just have to adjust to welcome
I
the
know.
presence of the operator from Win.
Yo, what's up, Ips?
The money was
How's
there
life?
for Win. He opted for the judge instead. So 100 Thieves had to be prepared for both.
What are we eating?
Dash from Win in the back
Some,
of the judge and an operator this time.
Vegan Crunchwrap
Don't
Supremes
have to worry about that anymore.
made by a local burrito place. And they are incredible.
Hear it? It's given away. Shots good onto the first initial pick. Still 2 members here. Nitro underneath the window. Lurking Kusta does get dealt with, and now the players down long have been revealed by the dart. Win still with a tight angle. Smoke will allow Nitro to get into a little bit of a closer spot, but there is going to be the Wolf.
Does anyone remember the score in the NRG 100 Thieves bind game? I feel like we didn't get to see 100 Thieves play that much defense. But that might be completely wrong.
Have a little bit more control. Players on the opposite front. Shock dart's gonna hurt Mikael so much.
It was 13-7 or 13-8, says the chat. Was it 100 Thieves attack where they played fully out the half?
The nade that can find something. And Showstopper
Or am I just
forced them all the way down to the elbow.
misremembering?
Meanwhile,
Which map?
he smoked out.
On bind.
It's not planted for them
Oh,
either. They have to
no, no.
dash for this. Sean finds one.
They just... Oh, I thought they were going to stick it. But, okay, double peek.
And they combined for another 5 rounds now for 100 Thieves, and things definitely look different than the first 2 maps here.
So let's just have a look at a lay of the land. There's something that I find so interesting. Kiko uses the Hunter's Fury there. He's already got...
Wyatt is a tenured professor and field trauma surgeon
Quite quickly.
from
And
Yoru's
so
Masks
that
dimension.
is what was used
I mean,
to
he's a doctor in this dimension as well.
Yeah.
Not looking for that UFC
There's a
fight
reason.
later. We're looking at Valorant.
There's a reason.
We, managed to find him.
They call me Dr.
Now it's
Valorant.
Kiko for Gen.G.
There's a reason.
But even the doctor didn't want to try and treat FaZe.
No.
They needed Coach Trippy
Only
for that.
Coach Trippy could
Yeah.
solve that medical problem.
Unbelievable.
Coach Trippy is like House.
And they shut down the op
The other doctors call Coach Trippy when they don't have a clue of what to do.
in hookah. If we're able to trade him, doesn't matter though. 100 Thieves respond like that. Hiding outside a bathroom once again. Nothing quite there.
A lot of utility force out here from Gen.G.
Ethan's got
to retake showers. The dog, the paranoia, all used there.
It does finally start to come through. The guiding light is going to make things a little bit.
Oh my fucking god, this guy is cracked.
Asuna has decided that he's just simply not losing this game.
Down to Mikael. The drown is going to be used to scout him out. Will eventually fall. Does get tagged by those pre-fire shots and Ethan through the wall. You know, I think it's
Asuna won this series as soon as he did that satchel break on Ascent. And then they just threw Haven because Asuna's like, don't worry, I'll just kill them all on Bind.
This has always been his map. Bind,
Yeah.
raise. God, that's
He's
nasty.
finding such great timings right after the Sky Flash goes off to challenge. Kind of abusing the fact that Sky can't pop flash great, like as well as Breach or Phoenix or whatever.
Incredible performance so far from Asuna. Change of smokes. One thing to note about Gen.G's approach is how they've opted to have Kusta lurk through short over and over. And it hasn't been working so far. He's gotten a kill. All the other ones he's been punished by Asuna clearing outside of bathrooms as he rotated off.
Dog has been used to clear Octagon. A lot of this round is going to come down to whether or not they can push Nitro out here. But they're so worried about, like once Nitro gets pressured, you've committed so hard to hookah that you can just be sand crunched. You can see how concerned Sean is about that.
Look, two people over here towards A, ready and watching the smoke that he could walk through at any time.
Always eats out of the same box, people say. Yeah, true. Actually true.
The detailed Wyatt law.
Let me tell you. Seekers out. This is going to be a fast round. Win already onto site using the showstopper as well to try to get some space.
Yeah.
Find success. Members towards
And they crunch Kusta.
But now they'll high kill that spike over to 8.
They've just kept hold of hookah this entire attack. There's no way that Gen.G can win if they don't take hookah control when they're trying to push B. It's just not possible.
Spike now officially being planted for Tetris, but Hiko's making the blocks fit just down a win. Finds the pick onto Asuna, but no time left. He's got to get the spike. He's got to win a 1v3. He will save the weapon, and 100 Thieves secure another round.
So far,
Gen.G, when they do those B splits, need to take hookah control, but they're worried about doing it because they don't have,
actually coming
because they could get crunched on in sand. So I think a good option for them would be to push somebody up in A short to hold people who are trying to take the teleporter, and then try and take hookah control. Because you can focus fully forwards then, because you have a guy in short watching to make sure that people can't teleport and crunch you in sand.
And then retaking B is easy. They're essentially forced to go back. Gen.G all in the attack specifically to deal with these issues.
Have those Astra stars always been down there?
Probably a recent addition with the agent. Maybe the people just didn't find it. I knew there was one in Ascent.
We'll see that, of course, in weeks to come. Match at hand. 3 rounds remain. 100 Thieves in a very dominant position. Eco round upon us for Gen.G. Battle for Orb.
Why don't they just wrap the crunch? That's what they've done with my food. I don't know
I
what you
thought
mean.
they were just talking about the food.
He, however,
Genuinely thought they were talking about food.
potentially going to meet Nitro.
Do you mean force out the crunch and then just push A? Because yeah, you could do that. But the thing is, 100 Thieves haven't actually been crunching that much. They wait until Nitro is like getting mega pressured to crunch. It's hard to pressure Nitro really heavily while still being in a position to rotate to A.
A quick possibility for a split here. 3 players posted up towards U-Haul. It's a great setup.
The knife that looks like a probe is got a weird name. It's like the...
Here's the flash, the dash. Went onto the site. Instantly they
Oh no, that's a horrible position to be in. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Hiko... Oh my god, you just popped my eardrum, mate.
Really?
Yeah, holy shit. Wow, that was the exact pitch to roll my eardrum.
Chat might not have been able to see it. Not have been on camera. Blast near
God almighty.
Sorry, I'll refrain from
Sheesh.
flexing my range.
Eco just snacking on all of these kills, not swinging on Asuna to try and help, but instead waiting for Asuna to die and then feasting on the eco frags. I don't know whether he was in position to actually help. I think he might have been smoked off or something.
That's a dirty one way. That's dirty.
I don't know why he sprayed the ground. I have panic hit the button. Sometimes I do that.
Bird comes through. It's just a pigeon on a coop.
Yeah.
Nothing gets spotted.
Drone used there from Hiko. Steel with a very nerdy cage. Love to see that.
As well.
Asuna pushed out showers in the meantime as well because they could see that it was going to be a B split. 100 Thieves are actually playing so well here on defense. It only took them like 2 days to go from their bind being awful to being elite. It's scary how good this team can be. Also, Asuna's 20-5, that definitely helps. But their strategy is really good too. Like Nitro's having a huge impact despite the fact he's bottom on the scoreboard, 3-6. He's actually just... He's ruining Gen.G when they go for these pushes. They can't get into hookah.
Yeah, I mean...
That sounds like you're going really fast.
Send that to me privately. I want to analyze it.
It's going through a compressor. You won't even be able to hear how loud it was.
True. That's true. You're pretty smart.
Heading in through bathrooms. Hunties, they give it up. Pretty quickly, actually.
Nope. No, they don't. Here we engage. It was the fake. Now they'll officially back away. Hunter's
Eco ults up short.
Not allow any short pushes. Does get the final tag. Maybe looking. Oh, does he get it? I'll be close.
Alright, okay. Don't think Quinn meant to dash forward there, but...
And I wasted his dash. What did he do with that? Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. I love how good 100 Thieves are right now about finding the individual player and pushing them. They're never static. When they lose showers, they immediately push out B long. It's so good.
Nice by Sean.
These NA teams are playing so well.
Thank you for dinner, Josh.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
I'm not appreciative of it.
You're not appreciative of what? Oh, the dinner? Well,
You don't.
fuck you too, I suppose. No worries.
You don't.
You're just gonna hold the
I'm
high
not going to
ground?
say thank you.
Alright, well, you have to play Raft with me tonight then. You either say thank you or you play Raft and we kill the bear.
Thank you for the food.
Oh, fuck. I thought I got him. I thought I got him.
I want to play Valorant
No, we're gonna play Raft.
or board games.
I never would have guessed we would be here.
I already agreed to play Raft with Jaws.
Yeah.
You can make
Play Raft.
You can break promises.
It's funny.
No, I don't wanna.
Listen, that Raft content.
It's
It's really
actually
funny.
really funny.
It is really funny. I'm gonna be honest.
We're gonna go kill the bear. You missed the entire session where we played with Smex, where we were hunting the vulture
I was watching.
and capturing the dodos.
I was watching.
It's
on my
funny as
second
fuck.
monitor. I was forced into raiding by Matt.
Yeah. The game got better than the Bear Island. That other island that we went to, the one with the vulture and the little dodos that were running around,
Yeah.
was an excellent island. We learned how to make. Why does he get in? He gets into the car that he's just set on fire.
What? What?
No, that looks like I think that's a documentary.
You think you know Rose Namajunas? Rose lost her first
This fucking guy.
Right then and there, she made a decision to stop just fighting and
Clancy.
start believing.
Does Tom Clancy still write books?
And look who's number one now.
I used to read a lot of Tom Clancy when I was
Mortgage lender that helps people rise every day.
What is this ad?
13 or something.
I thought it was an advertisement for UFC.
Oh, he's dead? I didn't even realize he was dead. When did he die?
2013.
He died in 2013? Oh. I didn't know he was dead.
There's never a bad time to enjoy my newest sauced and loaded
Play TF2!
or spicy.
Yeah, that's what we should do tonight. We should play TF2.
Yeah, I mean, our internet was already shit in the bed, so might as well just leak the IP as well. That's a good idea.
I would be so down for playing a TF2 double mix at some point.
Half for Gen.G to
I do occasionally get the urge to play that game again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it comes every once in a while. Good game. Yep.
Just that TF2
The itch
itch.
comes.
Potentially move on, but we could see another 10-2, man. Scent was crazy. That would be even crazier here for Vine.
A reminder that the loser, if this goes on to play, nobody in their right
This.
to do in the first round of Masters. Absolutely not. So Gen.G.
I mean, Gen.G just flopped at the end here.
this tournament here for
I'm not even. I don't even want to say that. I think 100 Thieves just played incredibly well.
I mean, Austin's gonna. What is his stats right now?
I think he's 25-3 or something.
Yeah, like,
He's actually dominating.
He's just dominating.
Sideshow analysis. Meow 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 meow.
Long B by Nitro. Same thing for Steel outside of Hookah.
Steel is known for famous strategy.
The loser of this goes
Asuna
out.
go headshot.
Could be really big.
Yeah. I mean, they still make masters though.
Also information.
And still a respectable showing from Gen.G.
Definitely.
Spotting Asuna.
I
No
mean,
matter what happens,
Gonna be a beast.
I'm proud of them.
Gen.G really should have won this series, I suppose you could say. With the way that 100 Thieves had to come back to get
Yeah.
Ascent into OT.
Suno's been waiting for the
Gonna
members
swing off
to
the
leave A
contact?
site. This is a
Off
little
the
bit
bird?
tricky. Kusta's lurking through. Steel
Ah,
is gonna have to deal with
ordinate.
him, and it's the TP over because Suno's gotten a lot of
This is all just based off Asuna having
Kusta does
Gower's
manage to
control.
take Steel down as he wraps
Asuna's
back
just going
around.
to challenge
God,
and
that is so
destroy Kusta.
Chad-like.
It really is, isn't it?
He's
Kusta does not expect Asuna to be running at him.
just feeling himself.
He is, yeah. It's all just confidence plays at this point.
Oh my god.
God, give him 40.
I mean, he's just in the zone. He's going for more.
And Win pitching in from pipes. Ethan on the off angle.
I always get cleared at that angle these days. People have
First of all, there, Sean.
locked onto it a lot more.
Yeah, that's why it's good to play Asuna's position there at the very front of lamps, so that you can swing on the other guy.
Low members. But as soon as that happened, he swings to the other side.
Oh, he died.
300 Thieves members.
He's ruined the KD. Has anyone got 40 in pro play yet? I don't think so. I think 39 was the highest in a pro match.
They actually got against Gen.G.
But I guess
No,
it
someone
depends.
definitely got 40. I think like Ziff got 40. Something.
I thought Ziff was tied with Android for like 39 for the highest.
I think Ziff had more than Android.
Rounds left for 100 Thieves.
Oh, Ziff got 41.
3 buckies.
How do you even stop
Oh, wait, did Android get more than 40? I can't even remember.
one of these upcoming? Like 22 and 7. Ridiculous performance.
CIS player got
Have to be a little
46.
bit careful here. Despite the amazing play as you highlighted.
Oh, so Android did. Dude, you guys are just giving me all sorts of contradicting information from the chat.
Make things troublesome. Gen.G have
Bonkar got 60.
playing close. They're playing annoying.
Why is Bonkar a meme in your chat?
Because Space thought he was better than Bonkar.
Contact as everyone
Space is a recent Immortal player. And he thinks, sorry, mechanically, he thinks he's better than Bonkar. And so
Is
then,
Bonkar IGLing?
yes, but he means just in terms of his mechanics.
Lucky if he was in one shot potential with it.
But that's... I'm not going to go there.
Click. Boom. One down.
Oh my
Do
goodness.
it, I can do it as well. Gen.G say they respond.
Oh gosh, Sean has traded these well.
And Bucky's, and they actually get the man advantage. And look at
Don't call it a comeback.
For Nitro, he goes left by
Hold
himself.
yourself.
They have to recover the spike all the way
I've
back.
matured past it. Bonkar is a great guy. The beef has been settled.
Yeah, okay, alright. The beef is over,
Yeah.
and now...
Space really has matured ever since
Last
2
week.
weeks ago. Yeah.
It's a real learning process for him.
Listen, you learn a lot at that age.
You actually do.
10.
You learn quick. They won the 30.
I don't think I did learn that much at Space's age.
How old is Space?
Like 16, I think.
I think I learned a lot.
I think I learned a lot between the ages of 18 and 21.
Yeah.
Or maybe like 22, actually.
It took me until...
In fact, I wouldn't even say I learned that much when I was 18. I learned from like 20 to being 22.
Yeah.
I learned a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say I was the same. Funnily enough.
Takes a few years to realize how much of a moron you are when
The
you're
human
16.
brain isn't even fully developed until the age of 25, right?
Really?
Yeah, isn't
That
that
explains a lot about me.
Isn't that the classic? Isn't that the classic Joe Rogan quote as well? The frontal lobes are underdeveloped.
God, Sean with a spray transfer. God, mate, he's bloodthirsty.
They're doing it.
Went down long. I think 100 Thieves are going to even get that spike down. Steal, though. Finds one, but it's the Ares. Now it's Cypher.
On average, yes. I see. Which space are we talking about? Just a frequent viewer in my Twitch chat. Not the space from Overwatch.
Of course, here comes the gun round. The economy has finally stabilized. Win at 6K. You know, considering they might lose.
How do you deal with people who think you're 10 plus years older? I'm 19, but everyone I talk to thinks I'm 30. Well,
What do you mean?
People who talk to me don't think I'm older than I am, unless they're in my Twitch chat, in which case
they
seem to believe
think you're
I'm 40.
Yeah, you're a middle-aged man.
Yeah, an actual baboomer.
You know, which is fine.
I don't think that seems like it would be much of a problem when you're 19. You're interacting professionally with people, and they think you're 30 even though you're 19. It can only be an advantage, surely.
It's not Stinger meta.
Wait, you're not 40? Yeah, well done on being the 8th person in chat to think of that joke and type it out. Oh, he dodges it completely. It didn't even do splash damage to him.
To fight it in the TP for the mega mind play.
We'll get smoked off.
Now 100 Thieves still have it. I love the fact that 100 Thieves are putting heavy emphasis on showers. On defense, they fought there every round. On attack, they're taking it every round. They have more utility than Gen.G are prepared to use.
Yeah, more followers.
What we can tell, it looks like it's going to be that B hit Sean in a nice spot. And spot the information in.
Wynn just tried to dash away from a boombot and just took a bunch of damage.
The same messages, mate.
I might have.
My girlfriend thought Bren and Wyatt were adopted brothers for the longest time. But I'm British.
Oh yeah, that's why you're adopted.
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand where the thought process is.
I don't know, you were adopted and shipped to the States.
Surely anyone could be adopted brothers, though. Any two males across the entirety of the world, you could assume that they're adopted brothers for some random reason. Why would they assume?
You always thought my accent was fake? No, I've just been living in the US too long.
Nitro gave up the angle for a second. That gives him room to find Ethan. Camera out. Spots.
Actually, looks like he could be dead.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I do not look like I could be Brennon Wyatt's dad. I mean, if you assume that they're in their early 20s, I would have to be at least
You look like
40.
you're trying to engage in our hobby. trying to do some male bonding. You're trying to engage in our hobby. Look at you wearing the shirt, you got the chinos on. You're just...
Yeah.
So what are they doing here exactly?
Explain to me again what the woman with the white hair does.
Yeah, so she dashes in. She's got like a dash.
Oh, a dash.
She's got wind.
So she just
wind
runs
stuff.
faster.
No, she doesn't run faster. She's got.
What does a dash mean?
She's like, well, she can quickly move it from one place to another, but only once. Generally speaking.
So do they have to test the players to make sure they can run fast before they play her?
No.
It's not based on your own physical attributes. Game.
Well, why would it be?
Well, it's sports, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Esports?
Yeah, it's close, but it's like, what does the E stand for?
Oh, finds Nitro. Google indeed.
Entertaining?
No.
Deal repositioning shots good from range.
Electronic.
Oh.
Bond is down. Bucky at hand.
Alright, almost time for your nap.
Available. Kusta who finds long way.
Yeah, I mean,
Spawn.
I don't think I could
Now through pipes, he's got an
pull off
upgrade.
being their dad.
Chooses to pick it up. They need confirmation.
I'm too young and cool.
There's the swing.
That is fucking cat. Holy moly.
There we go. What an anticlimactic final map.
Yeah.
100 Thieves just pooed on him. Just actually pooed on him.
Well, now we get to watch LG 100
GG.
Thieves, right?
Yeah, LG 100 Thieves. It's a rematch from Challengers 2.
Yeah.
From Challengers 2 upper bracket. I know that 100 Thieves were really mad that they lost to LG previously. I think it's possible that they could win this game.
100 Thieves?
Yeah, their bind
Yeah.
looked good on both sides, right? Which is different because the problem with their Haven and their Ascent is that their attacking rounds look shite. But yeah, it's possible.
I
think-
don't think it's unreasonable to think they could win this.
I don't even know who I would predict, to be honest.
I think stylistically LG would match up pretty nicely against 100 Thieves.
That was a treat. That was some of the best.
Think about how slow 100 Thieves are. I think they sped up a little bit.
They sped up
actually,
a
though,
lot on
in
bind.
in this map. So maybe they keep that going, but I mean, who knows?
On the first half,
Assuming it was a flat reset, I would absolutely give it to LG.
Yeah, I think I would still predict LG, but I don't think by very much.
God, that was such a nasty flip.
That was so good.
Just went off.
He did.
He went
this
off.
whole match, though.
times that I can count.
Not just, I mean, this final map was obviously like a level above, but he was still getting a lot of impact in the first two maps.
Lest we forget, he satcheled a
The
lockdown.
satchel lockdown break. Oh my god.
Things in their favor. Here's a look at the lower bracket where we stand. LG versus 100 Thieves.
Weakest link, please.
Right after this, just a couple minutes, so you definitely want to go grab a drink.
You want to throw out some weakest link?
Throw up some weakest link.
Yeah, we don't need to watch the.
You don't want to watch the lower
We
bracket
don't need to watch the
final.
lower bracket finals.
You want to watch some weakest link
Well,
instead.
I think the game will start pretty quickly, won't it?
They said there'd be a little bit of a break, and then they come.
Probably like 5 minutes.
God,
We could throw out the weakest link.
you'd have to find. There's no good way of. Wait, what the heck? They're back already?
I think they were just showing a bracket.
Oh, right.
I mean, you got to give the teams a break.
Yeah, a little bit.
They're
You
going to
gotta
give the teams.
a
They're going to
little
give
break.
100 Thieves a break here.
Yeah.
Where is Avast?
I think.
He's in Dallas.
We were going to try and set up a Discord call so that we could talk to him, and then
It's too complicated.
yeah, we did. We forgot. Actually, I don't know whether it is too complicated. We just didn't.
I think it is because he would be coming through the television, and for us to hear him,
Well, maybe we need to buy some in-ear headphones then.
we needed a different.
Which one?
setup.
God, this doesn't look like a lad's living in a gamer house until you check out how little is in your drawers.
Have you seen the garage setup?
No.
If you go in there, Kurt did a lovely job of hanging up our Dyson.
Really?
We are like this weird amalgamation of fraternity house, but also put together people.
Wait, you hung up the Dyson in the garage? Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I mean, the garage overall is still
Well, it's not our fault, is it?
needs some work because you have a Dyson hung up on the wall like adults. You have a gym set up in here.
The gym's nice.
Like adults, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's I mean, kind of like frat guys actually, but
Yeah, but I think
also kind of like adults.
I don't think a frat house would be as put together with their home gym.
No, but then the second half of the garage is full of trash.
Because, I mean, listen, I'm not going to get into it, but I don't think we are to blame for that.
No, I don't think you're to blame for that.
I blame the government.
Yeah. Classic Texan, actually. Classic
I thought it
Texan.
was Texan to not rely on the government.
Yeah, but to blame them for
every
everything that
person
goes wrong,
themselves.
for everything that goes wrong, blame the government.
Yeah.
For everything you do well, talk about how you pulled yourself up by your bootstraps.
Ah,
That's
I mean,
how-
I
that's how it
literally
works.
did during the winter storm.
Exactly.
I was out there mining snow.
Exactly. Who the fuck needs the government? Just pull yourself up by your bootstraps and suckle snow from the floor.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Why don't people do that whenever they lack water? Just drink snow instead.
Good idea.
Yeah, when there's a water shortage in the middle of the Sahara, just drink snow instead. Why don't people think of that?
Yeah, yeah.
Dumb people who live in the Sahara.
Or dig themselves a well,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, dude. Just
Pull
pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
No, I was mining snow to then melt down, filter and boil. What I was saying though, and the chat was bullying me for, was, do you think people are already moving in preparation for water shortages that are going to be sped up by climate change? Do you think people are already, because like people are warning already that there's going to be water shortages, right?
where?
Just in general. Like definitely, there's already water shortages in California. They're piping it across. But at some point, like, unless you're not next to a big body of water, probably going to be a bit of a struggle, aren't you?
You mean just at some point in the future, the world, all over
Because climate
the world,
change is pushing like very fast environmental change more rapidly than it has previously. So do you think people are already planning for that by like, oh, I'm going to move to a place with a big body of water? That even if that, say, a lake dries up a little bit, you'll still be next to a huge body of clean water. So you know you'll be safe in that.
You think a statistically significant portion of the US, if we use that,
No. But
Not
do you
in the
think like
US.
there's just some people that already know and they're planning ahead? If I had money to buy a house, I'd be looking near lakes.
would you really?
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing you'd be thinking about.
Yeah. The water shortages.
You are mental.
I'm thinking about the water shortages. And
If you're thinking about water shortages and planning for the future, then the solution is not to just siphon it from a lake. You'd be looking at places that actually have the infrastructure in place to deal with that in the future.
Foster's so angry.
It's part of the. It's about.
Yeah. I know that human civilization has always been focused around water sources. There's a reason why the oldest cities in the world are literally centered around rivers.
But that's less true the further into the future you get, because there's more technology to be able to make remote locations water accessible. Like what? I don't think.
Only if
I
you're
don't
rich.
think. Sure.
What you
But
think
if you're
people?
talking
You
about
think?
buying a house? And
Well, you think like
you should go next to a lake?
filtration and like the filtration technology is gonna get cheap enough and large enough that they can use it on the sea line, on the coast?
I think they've already started to do stuff like that in some areas, haven't they?
I don't know,
They've
man.
got solar powered.
It's pretty pricey.
They've got
I mean, I
solar powered
think there's gonna be-
desalination plants.
There's
that-
going to be wars fought over water.
I don't think it's. I mean, not in your lifetime, mate.
Maybe.
I don't
You
think
don't
so.
know that.
I mean, I don't know that, but I don't think that.
Listen, all I'm saying is this last year has changed me. And if I have the means, I'm buying a house near the Great Lakes. You're describing the plot of Mad Max. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you're talking about Dune.
Yeah,
Talking about the planet turning
think-
into Dune.
Well, I don't think it's going to get to that point, but I think that literally a resource that is going to be pretty important will be water.
I mean, that's always an important resource, but you're talking about a shortage of it to the scale where people have to plan to move towards natural water sources rather than relying on infrastructure to pipe it to them in places.
So why would you rely on that?
Because I think it makes more long-term sense to try and push the people in power to
but
make
it's going to
that
be it's going to be
fix.
important in like 100 years time. Now I'm planning on living till I'm like 170.
Do you think in 100 years' time the most important resources, or not just the most important, the most market-limited resource is going to be water?
One of them,
What are the others?
food.
You think we're going back to an apocalyptic situation, don't you?
Well, I think that like
have these years of just disease and pestilence that you've caused forced you to think of everything like it's going to be the Hunger Games?
If there's water shortages, then there's going to be food shortages.
What? But you've started from a place where you believe there's going to be water shortages.
Yeah. Because typically it would happen over a longer period of time, and the migration would go like slower over time. Like people, like what happens is like the water source would dry up, right? And people would move gradually. Like, that's how it's happened over human history. Like humans have just followed water sources.
Yeah.
But because of climate change, that's being like accelerated, I think, pretty rapidly. And also, it's not just the climate change aspect. It's like more people being born, water being used up for different reasons, mainly agriculture. And like there's like water is in more demand now than it's ever been.
Yeah, but you also have more tools to be able to provide water to.
But how cheap is that?
It's not just about providing water.
You know, how cheap is it?
But why would we not have the money to be able to do that? If that was the #1 priority, it's like one of the most basic things humans need to live. It would get some attention.
We live in America.
You're talking about everywhere in the world.
Well, yeah, I think the rest of the world will probably be pretty intelligent with it, but in America they kind of just leave us high and dry a lot of the time.
Is that a pun?
No, it wasn't meant to be, but it can be now. I
don't think we're gonna. I don't understand why you think that. I don't know why do you have such little faith in the ability of people to problem solve?
Honestly, if I was going to buy property, it wouldn't be in America.
No, you'd buy it in the Pacific Ocean, so you're surrounded by non-potable water.
No, I'd buy it somewhere cheap that I have a lot of that I think is going to like really pop off in the future.
Because you just want to make profit in order to buy water.
I want to be.
If civilization runs out of food and water,
I don't want to make profit.
Your money will not be useful.
I don't want to make profit. I want to have security for the future. You know.
Right, but if civilization collapses and water is short, you're not going to be able to buy your way out of it.
Well, that's what I mean, early enough. I'm going to move to a country that's developing, like at a really rapid rate.
I just don't understand why you've got this idea that in 100 years we're going to have a massive water shortage.
I just think we're moving to it pretty quickly. You know? I think we're moving to it pretty quickly. I want to not colonize a brand, but I would like, if I was going to buy, I would try and move to somewhere that I think is, I haven't looked it up, but like anywhere that has pretty good prospects in just kind of glowing up as a country. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And then, but then it's also like cheap so that I can just actually buy property, because I don't think I'm ever going to be able to buy a house in the US.
What I don't understand is, people in the chat are saying that you're right as well. Where are you getting this information? Like, have I just missed this wave of information that there's a massive water shortage in the US? I understand that California had a drought for like 10 years, so that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But is the entirety of the US down on water?
No, because there's like, if you move to Michigan,
saying it is.
No, if you move to Michigan, like you're next to the Great Lakes, you've moved to a state that has access to a lot of water. I know house prices vary wildly. Like, I could probably buy a house in the US at some point, but yeah.
It's global. Well, there's just globally less water now than there was before. It's just all gone away.
Well, climate change is causing these huge fluctuations in weather as well. Like, weather's becoming less predictable across the world as well, which causes all sorts of problems on top of that.
Yeah, that causes problems, yeah.
I don't know. It just looks like countries aren't taking global warming seriously enough for me to have faith in like the idea of stability in water and food. I don't think any.
But you won't be able to fend for yourself.
Well, if you plan far enough in advance, you can settle in a place where those issues are going to be not as prevalent.
Here's where mine and your philosophies completely diverge. Even if so, like the chat is saying that Okay, it could actually be a serious problem with global warming. If that's true in 100 years, the answer is not to move next to a Great Lake. The answer is to pound the pavement and try and force politicians to take it seriously. It's not to go, don't worry, I'll move next to a lake and then I'll be
But I don't
safe.
have faith in the system.
You shouldn't have faith in your own ability to survive. If society collapsed around you, you would die within, I want to say 2 years.
I don't think so.
Absolutely, 100%. I would place a large bet on it.
If society collapsed, you think I'd die in 2 years?
In 2 years, possibly less.
Bro, I'd be leading people.
Do you know any plants to eat?
No.
Do you know any ways of catching animals?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of sus as well. But all right. And you're just going to be drinking water out of a Great Lake that you've bought a house next to, and you're going to be boiling it by cutting down logs, building fires, that kind of stuff. And how are you going to transport yourself, keep yourself warm?
Bro,
you're just going to cut down trees. You're just going to live like a fucking man in the woods.
Bro, I'd be going back to my roots.
You would have no idea how to live in the woods. There is no chance you would be able to catch enough food to sustain yourself. You could not live a hunter-gatherer lifestyle. You would die.
I could figure it out.
And so the answer is not to say, well, fuck it, I'll just live a hunter-gatherer lifestyle if civilization collapses.
I can figure it out.
It's to try and stop civilization collapsing.
But I'm not saying I'm going to live a survivalist lifestyle.
Well, why else would you move next to a lake?
Because it should be more accessible. Like
They don't pipe the Great Lakes through people's houses on the way to the water filtration plants. You don't get first access to the lake just because you live next to it.
You will if there's shortages everywhere.
I don't actually think that's true.
They would.
I think they would allocate.
I
think they'd allocate the water resources based on the hospitals or whatever else that they needed to keep open. I don't think they'd just literally go, he's nearest the lake. Give him the water.
But say this a state that is next to a Great Lake, like they should have priority in terms of access to that water before they sell it to another state.
Right, you don't mean live next to the lake, like on the border
No, I'm not
of the
fucking.
lake.
I'm not like literally building my own pipe system.
That's what you said. You said, I'll live next to a lake so that I have
But that's
water.
what I mean. Like next to means like adjacent, not right on the coastline of it.
Right, you mean you'd live in a state that has a large water supply?
Yeah.
Or a country that has a large water supply?
Yeah.
Well, at that point, why not live in a country that takes climate change more seriously, so that they're less likely to get affected?
Because it's a global problem.
Yeah.
It's a global problem.
But
Just because that one country's taking it seriously doesn't mean the rest of the world is.
Well, that depends whether you're thinking about prevention or being able to mitigate the problems as well. Like you can put in policies in place to prevent climate change from happening, but you can also put policies in place to reduce the impact of it when it does happen.
Yeah.
But your answer would be...
You mean like you're moving to a place that's like constructing seawalls, prevent erosion? And
sure, yeah, that kind of
stuff.
Yeah, because
Sure.
they've shown that they're more likely at a government level to put infrastructure in place for the future.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that would make more sense than I'm going to live next to a lake in Michigan.
I mean, I think, yeah.
That would be a more logical conclusion, wouldn't it?
No. No, because you got to assume like part of the problem with a water shortage is the transportation of it, which they can build infrastructure for, but it's going to cost more to get water if you're out of state away from shit like that, compared to if you were closer to it. They're not piping it as far. They can treat it directly in that place right next to it. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is. Here's where the initial argument came from. It was like, well, not even argument, just the idea. I was like, do you think people hold the same mindset as me already, where they are literally planning that far in advance?
I think some people do, but they're called doomers and they're crazy and they have tins full of chicken.
Well, I don't
in
have
their
that.
basement.
I mean, after the winter storm, I bought 2 tins of tuna and 2 tins of corn. They didn't have any tinned food. But,
yeah, well, that's not doomsday prep,
but it's
mate.
just
You bought 2 cans.
Just a little bit there, just in case, you know.
You'll still die.
I don't think so.
You really don't think you would die within a couple of years if society collapsed? If you just went and lived in the woods, no water, no power, no nothing, you think you'd be fine?
Yeah. No. I'd make a good go of it. I'd make a good go of it, honestly.
I would not. I can tell you that I would not.
I'm pretty confident in my. I'm just confident in my own my will to survive.
I have a weak will to survive, but more than that, I don't know enough about foraging.
I refuse to die.
Well, good luck telling the Grim Reaper that when he comes collecting.
Listen. At some, what is death compared to moving my consciousness into a computer? You know.
What was the what's the name of the guy from that book Into the Wild? What's his name? Something McCandless, I think. Matthew McCandless, maybe? Chris? Yeah, it might be Chris. Yeah, Supertramp, yeah. How long did that guy survive when he went out into Alaska? I think he was prepared to go and live on his own.
Well, he died, didn't he?
Yeah, he died because he ate the wrong shrub. He misidentified it. It ended up being poisonous. And he died.
Yeah, I'll be real with you. Like, there's evidence to suggest, actually, that there was pockets of when Homo sapiens were moving over to fully agricultural lifestyles, like they had a couple of generations of it, and essentially they had lost all of their hunter-gatherer skills. Like they had just switched over completely to agriculture, and like one thing like pestilence, the one crop they grew just caught a disease and they couldn't grow anything else. Like the area they were growing the crops fucked up. And those pockets, those tribes, they've just found evidence that they just all died because they didn't have the skills to survive, which is fair. But I feel like I have modern knowledge.
Modern knowledge that you would no longer have access to because...
No, I'm not talking the internet though, you know?
Then what are you talking
just
about?
My general, just what I've learned over my life. I feel like I'm quite street smart, you know? You put me
the streets would no longer exist.
You put me in a forest, I think I'd be okay.
You put you in the forest, and you'd use your street smarts
I don't mean street
in
smarts.
the forest.
I don't mean street smarts. I mean like, I'm like deriving one thing for another. I'm like, ooh, that deer right there is eating that berry. I can eat that berry.
You think you'd be good at surviving because you were decent at DayZ. You're thinking about it like fucking DayZ.
No,
yes, you are, because you're thinking about crafting. I can tell you are. I can tell you are because you said, because I got my smarts, so I'll use one thing, combine it with another.
No. But
you're thinking that you go out into the woods, open an inventory, and you're like, I combine rabbit with pastry and make pork pie.
I'd eat food that other animals are eating and shit. You know, I'd look out for that.
You'd eat food that other animals are eating. So instead of trying to catch the animals, you'd stalk them.
But my original point was, okay, get off this track. Like we're bullying me too much to think that I would survive in a forest. Which
you would not.
Personally, I think I would. I have a strong will to survive. I think I'd manage.
All right.
But outside of that fact, the original point was, do you think people are already planning?
This is just a dumb conversation.
Yes, it is.
Do you think that the game's going to start? I'll stop talking when the game actually begins.
Do I think that other people think like you?
Yeah.
I think you're unique. I think some other people have similar ideas, but they don't reach exactly the same conclusions because you are unique, mate.
Yeah, I wonder if, I think Kenya would be a good place to buy property in. I think. Because I think they have big bodies of water. And, Africa is being brought very rapidly up in terms of infrastructure and other aspects. I think that's a good place.
You'd move to Kenya.
Yeah.
In order to avoid the collapse of civilization due to climate change, you would move to Kenya.
Yeah. I think, yeah. I mean,
where you have no idea what the wildlife is. You have no idea how local infrastructure works.
Well, I don't fucking know.
The point? Do you know anything about Kenyan policy?
No, I don't.
How they're adapting for the future?
I mean, I'm pulling random places out of my ass, but I'm trying to think of places next to bodies of water.
And your first thought was Kenya?
Yeah, I can't remember the geography of it.
God damn, get me in the game. Get me in the game. This is unbelievable.
We can unmute it. Yeah.
This is why Forehead stopped, by the way.
you've got the killjoy placement largely over towards B.
Straight colonialism? I'm not fucking... What the fuck are you talking about?
Will go searching for information, and they do find
Return to Africa.
Just watch the game, chat.
All right. What is the map pool? I missed the map pool.
They just pull back here. They're pretty deep over towards A as well. Decent amount of resistance over towards B, and now you're going to start to see that, yeah, 100 Thieves are definitely going to be making their way onto A as soon as it has a lot of control.
The map pool is not Kenya. What is the map pool? What is the next map? Xbox Ascent Bind. Okay, so LG ban Haven.
Australia? I've got a lot of family in Australia already. I don't know if... Oh, Kenya has high water scarcity? I didn't know that. I was just going off my geographical knowledge.
You were just going, what's it next to? Is it next to water?
Yeah.
Dre will find first blood, and with only 37 seconds to play, you've got to make a move of your 100.
They just walled off kitchen, and there's 35 seconds left. Trying to collapse on B, but they have nobody in mid, and the spike is down in mid because Hiko was late bringing it to them. What's going on here?
I've got us off track, to be honest. I apologize for that.
It's a nice push from LG to find Hiko with the spike in mid. Hiko frequently runs late round through mid to deliver the spike if they go for these tube plays. So, I don't know whether that's a hard read from LG, but it worked.
Laugh at the YouTube chat.
And not a very common thing. Like Gen.G that likes to play more for the mid. I felt like, 100 Thieves had decent control over A. They kind of abandoned that one cancel, go towards mid, and they lose their spike here. Otherwise, it could have been a mid to B type of play. LG though, away for your boy Dre after getting a 4K.
Not atypical. He's going to do that many times before.
The year is 20.
Don't read that out. Just focus on the game. You don't need to read that out. Just focus on the game. Listen, we'll come back to this conversation when I've done my own research. Okay.
All right. All right.
My feet are a little bit cold. I get some shoes on.
God, I would love it if Kenya became an island nation and you were right and we all died. Vindication.
Pretty much flawless as well. They dropped the one Spectre so far. I mean, if Nitric is a double date, it could be a weapon.
Bren in the wilderness. My feet are cold.
Look at my shoes on. I want to take this. Listen, I'm putting my shoes back on.
You're so soft.
Just to collect as much money as possible, lose as little weaponry as possible.
Oh my god. All right, rifle round. Let's see what 100 Thieves are made of.
And be on his way. I think the rest of LG are looking pretty safe here. They have.
Let's see what they're made of.
Moose's one is quite important. Hiko's keeping parity at 4 and 7 as well as we head into 100 Thieves gun.
Boys, 1 billion lions or every Pokemon. Who wins? How many Pokemon are there? I feel like the lions would just overwhelm them. That's a lot of lions. Okay, so they drone green at the beginning of the round. Steel working down mid. Asuna just pounding heads. 1 HP collecting the heal. Moose finds the lurk though. There are flying and god Pokemon. Yeah, but there's a lot of lions.
What are you talking about?
1 billion lions versus every Pokemon.
Pokemon would win.
No, there's 1 billion lions.
Pokemon would win.
1 billion lions. 1 billion.
What can lions do against, I don't know, an Onyx?
An Onyx?
Yeah.
Eat it!
How? Made of rocks, mate. Explain to me how they're going to eat that.
Or they'll just fucking bat it until it gets a concussion.
Made of rocks.
If other Pokemon can use Scratch and harm an Onyx, then a lion can.
Not very effective though, is it?
No, it's not very effective, but you eventually chip down its HP pool.
Alright, here's a better example.
Yeah?
Steelix. You think you're going to scratch a Steelix?
Yes,
You mean
I
you're
do
going to
actually.
bite a Steelix? No, the Steelix uses Earthquake. Millions dead. instantly.
Not millions, mate. Millions of no. They're fighting. They're fighting out on the flat savannas.
Listen, it's got like depending on what generation.
What's going to fall on them? A giraffe.
Depending on what generation of Pokemon we're talking.
The most recent generation.
It could have 5 PP. It could have 10 PP. That's a lot of earthquakes to use.
Yeah, but it wouldn't get them off in time. There's a billion lions.
It would just burrow.
Burrow?
Yeah.
Steelix? Can it use burrow?
I mean, it could use dig if it wanted to.
Can it use dig? You can teach dig to a Steelix.
Of course you can.
I don't know. I just didn't think you could.
Why would you not be able to?
I don't know. I just think of it as being a ground move rather than rock.
You're delusional if you think a billion Pokemon would not beat.
No, not a billion Pokemon. A billion lions.
Every Pokemon.
A billion lions could beat anything. A billion lions versus, I don't know, a nuclear bomb. Billion lions would win. They just spread out.
Okay.
Tell you what, nuclear bomb to beat all Pokemon. Get them all in one spot, one nuke. Done.
No.
But they will have a completely free site.
Defensive Hunter's Fury going to come through. Moose hoping to tag, stops the plant for now. Meanwhile, while that kind of clearance by Asuna came through, it's enough to allow Hiko to get 100 Fury of
Oh, unfortunate from Asuna. He was trying to dodge the recon. Oh, that's nice from Ethan. Look at this lurk. Yeah. Look at the boomer posse though. Hiko's going to buy enough time for Nitro to clutch here. I've smelt it. Oh wait, no. Stella's waiting for it. Oh, he gets it.
Oh, he didn't get it. He didn't get it.
No. No, it's done.
There you go. Can't do anything.
It was a nice idea, I guess, but the 100 Thieves players all died kind of early on. I think the most important death there was Asuna.
Yeah, like literally, Rayquaza would just wreck all the lions.
Shedinja couldn't get hit by any of their moves. No, I'm sure some lions know special
Like Ghost
attacks.
Pokemon.
Some lions know non-normal moves.
I guess Bite is like a dark type move.
Uh-huh.
I think the Pokemon would win.
Down to 0. Maybe doesn't have full utility here. Sooner looking like it'll just be a potential frenzy round.
There's no way.
Too surprised with someone on
100 lions or 100 thieves? 100 lions every time.
100 thieves.
Yeah.
There's no way Asuna's killing 100 lions.
Lions versus 100 teams. Of course they would.
Still have a res available too.
You know, LG have been doing a really nice committed
job. What about water Pokemon, Josh?
The thing is, as well, Pokemon are not coordinated. They don't naturally... Actually, I'm talking as if I'm a Pokemon lore expert. I'm not. But I assume that Pokemon don't naturally exhibit good tactical usage of their abilities in the wild.
Depends how smart they are.
But I don't think they're smarter than a billion lions.
Billion lions there would be schisms within the lions.
No, they'd act like a hive mind.
They wouldn't act like a hive mind. The billion lions, the lions' brains are not wired to think like we have a pride of, I think it's called a pride, of like a billion size.
No, they would. As soon as they saw all 1 billion of them, they'd take a little bit of time to hash out an alpha male.
A little bit of time?
A little bit of time.
It's a billion of them!
Yeah, but there'd probably be one that was like big and bulky.
No, there would be schisms.
No.
Collections.
No. They would immediately figure out
no, they wouldn't.
Who the King Lion was.
No, they wouldn't.
And they just start ravaging the Pokemon.
No, they wouldn't.
YouTube chat is right. Ditto would be a problem.
Why? Why would Ditto not? Why is Steelix not a problem, but Ditto is?
Well, with 1 billion and 1 lions.
You think the Ditto would copy the lions?
Yeah, there might be schisms at that point.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Cool. All right. So Valorant.
All right. Right back for another eco round.
That's not really advisable. He probably goes down.
No instance for a trade either.
Ditto would become the alpha lion.
How is Dre gonna get out of here?
He's
not.
Ditto couldn't copy 1 billion lions and become 1 billion lions. That's not how Ditto works.
It comes down to what kind of counter damage we can have out of this. Even the res as well for the tempo, so you can see the 100 Thieves, they really do value
Giratina is literally the devil.
Decent number of kills if you consider the
Yeah, the devil doesn't fuck with lions, mate.
Is what? Giratina's the devil in the lore?
I mean, there's the lore of Pokemon is nonsense, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Isn't it?
Extra, nothing really too special. Ultimate Snow, 2 on the side of LG. A Proto's nearly on one. Stella's nearly onto the Riz as well. I think the lockdowns coming in play is...
For the people talking about Arceus and Mewtwo and shit like that,
interesting interaction with
Arceus is literally a god.
They'd get their head pounded in by like 1,000 lions.
The god, by the way.
1 million max.
He'd float above them.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Lions would form a tower and kill him. There's 1 billion lions. They'd sink the landmass that they were on. And the rest of the Pokemon are just drowning in the sea.
They would starve before they killed Arceus, I think. Arceus.
What does Arceus eat?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, you can't eat it, whatever it is. Berries? Petra berries? None of them in the wild. The lions would be able to snack on other lions. The Pokemon.
You're just concentrate on the game. Concentrate on the game. That's what the people want.
He eats lions. Alright, okay. Let me actually focus on the game. Bit of damage to Stella. The Sage Wall's decent. Oh,
Nitro caught his wall out again.
Yeah. Not even his wall, that was a slow
I think he was about to, and then he switched to the
That's his wall, right there.
Oh yeah, it is. Caught with his util.
Yeah.
By the way, as soon as decide to go up the road into top site to try and get this.
Good timing on the ult from Thief. 3v3, Steel not really anywhere. Oh god, they know where Dre is now. They can just get the kill from around the corner, can't they? No? Ethan dies, pushed. Winnable! Oh my god, winnable! Oh! There we go!
I keep getting away with this.
That's a birthday present for Hiko. There we go.
Wow. That was looking very difficult at one stage as well. You have Dre swinging through. You have the fact that he
Happy birthday to Hiko.
Thieves can cleanly get the spike back in control, get the plant down safely, and there was also a lot of consideration.
Billion Hikos versus every Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, Hiko actually playing deep in sight as well. Yeah, good point from the chat.
Hiko versus 1 billion lions.
If there was even one person from 100 Thieves
Depends if he's in a clutch or not. I guess he's in a 1vx.
Yeah, he's in a 1v billion.
Yeah.
So he should win statistically.
Yeah. Statistically,
Hiko wins a lot of the clutches he's in.
Yeah. He wins a lot of 1vx's.
If it was 1 billion Hikos versus
one lion,
like
they'd probably lose
like
that.
half a billion lions.
Yeah.
I think the
no,
Hikos
there's
would lose.
no chance for the Hikos.
Boombot chasing him down, but gets away. Brilliant slow orb placement, if I'm being honest, from Stellar, just to try to...
It seems like they have a good idea that Steel is going to be lurking down mid in a lot of these rounds.
Excellent placement of the turret there as well, which allows Steel to not get swung on by your boy Dre. Obviously, we know Proto is going to be an absolute nightmare.
Dre's definitely got a good eye for it.
We'll see if LG can maybe make more work with it. I don't know if they actually got a gun out of that.
Nope, there we go.
To make sure that there's going to be a flank coming through, and while Steel still.
That's what Steel was doing against 100 Thieves, all sorry, not 100 Thieves,
TSM.
against TSM all the time.
He does. I mean, he's got a beautiful nose for it.
Yeah.
Also, what I love here is that 100 Thieves push up after Steel gets pressured. Like as LG turn around to try and deal with Steel, 100 Thieves push up into the site and like into deeper angles instead of just all hiding at yellow, which a lot of teams do. Why do people call clutches 1vx when it's actually 1v in brackets x+1, where x can't equal 0? Wait, what? That's not accurate either. That's not accurate either.
And Dre had about 8 bullets left as well, so it's going to be pretty tough. I think the real cost here is the
It's 1vx, where
he probably forces Hunter's Fury. He forces some real big response.
X is larger than 1. No, X is larger or equal to 1 and less than 5. No, less than 6. Because I suppose it's 1v5. It's possible. That's not even. That's not even.
We talk about water.
Yeah. Let's do water instead of algebra.
You're getting rounds because you want to win the rounds, but in terms of economy,
So they got an alarm bot watching mid.
Yeah, and look at how Steel is positioned. He almost looks AFK.
Yeah, this is the Curry approach.
It is, yeah. Curry was doing the same kind of thing just outside B. Ooh. Did he beef his movement a bit there? I feel like he wanted to go upwards.
I think he did. Well, he could have gone a bit faster.
Defensive rotators to get in the site is now thinking that was used relatively empty. As Dre is going to find all 3 kills.
Well, that's the round falling to pieces.
Takes him off the board, but might be just
I think
$1 short here.
there's still a lot about 100 Thieves that relies on Asuna popping off. Seems like if 100 Thieves don't get that, don't get the entry, they find it quite hard.
Know the timing of it, swing by, know probably where Sinner is going to be in the air, find the headshot required, and take him down. No shot.
If Asuna has another poor tournament, I'd like to see whether they have any chance of being able to win it.
Check that corner, and they committed
the ult.
They committed the lockdown.
Yeah, 2v4.
I mean, that's a lot of faith. Try and snowball this round. That is.
You will be able to recover it here. A bit of trapeze artistry going on.
There's just no chance, right?
No.
He gets the kill on Stella there, and then he has to stick the plan.
You're kind of setting up LG to snowball now with the odds that they've got. Hiko's 2 out of 7, so he's not going to have his Hunter's Fury. Like LG just get a free retake with their own lockdown.
The lockdowns aren't that great for retaking though. Because if you're on B, it doesn't feel like there's a great safe place to... Well, I suppose there is a pretty safe place, but it's hard. I think it's just hard to get them off. And if you do it on A, they like to play back positions anyway, and you're almost setting them up for a lurk down mid, because you're giving them more time to do it.
Why don't...
So I don't know. I don't think lockdown's as big on this map as it is on others.
Maybe teams just haven't been invented enough with it.
Yeah, maybe. It does give Moose a free ult though.
Yeah.
Wow. That is filthy.
Oh my god!
Between the two of them and Luminosity, big round here in what was a 5v2, but Ethan and Hiko together are definitely not to be ruled out.
One thing they have on their side is time. They have Hiko alive as well.
2v4.
They have a late round. Aldron's gone. The recon's not up for another 25-ish kind of seconds here. Thief gets a timing, and with Ego down, Ethan in a 1v4 and potentially even a 1v5, considering if things get really, really bad, so they can go for the rares. But Thief
Chat is still talking about
line secured. For 100 Thieves,
the Lions versus Pokemon.
Over towards, I believe, where was it? Orange. He was
Can you even say that number, Bren?
Then the cleanup towards the end of the round 2.
No.
Not expecting too much.
I have no
like
idea.
20.
20 members that are in the mix. A lot of information given up.
20.
From there, just able to play cleanup crew.
Like 20 Googles of lines.
Could be. Could be. It's 20 billion. But I don't know how. I don't know what you say for that. Is an octillion? 20,000 at least. Yeah.
Thieves going for some mid control. Pays off as well. They've been seeing that Moose has been playing over towards Boiler. So
it's an octillion. An octillion sounds like it should have like 8 sets of 1,000. But that had 9.
A little bit of information to see where Suna was, and at this point in time, with the rest of the Utah flying in towards A, LG respond, 4 of them are here.
Exchange of omen abilities, while the Aldrone offensively for 100 Thieves is able to free up a couple of.
That had 20, and then 27 zeros after it. Didn't it?
Oh, they dropped Nitro again when he's trying to get a plan now.
A non-billion? A nabillion? A nonillion?
I don't know.
Asuna could even get away from this right now is the real question. Steel for sure can, but
yeah, so that is a nice lockdown.
Steel also gets in. Steel cannot fully get away. The chase is coming.
I'm talking about with the snowball. Is that 2 rounds off the back of it? Because of that 1 round? I don't think the other lockdown would have mattered
Yeah, that
much.
shot stopper from Thief was incredible, taking Nitro down, stopping the plant, making Asuna overcommit as well to have to go for this plant. As soon as they
Google has 100 zeros. Google is a search engine. Gabagool is cracked. Yeah.
Steel being caught towards the end there. What I'm going to say is, even if Steel doesn't get detained, that last...
I don't really know what I think about this LG comp compared to their previous one.
Just being detained makes LG's job.
I think
finally, we're going to see operate on the field as well for Thief, who would again normally be playing the Jett here, but both teams have...
I think this is probably better for them, but I'm not 100% sure. What changed in this comp? A Proto is now playing Killjoy instead of Raze for them. And previously they had Thief playing Jett. But I think this is probably a bit better. They have a lot of post-plant utility. Oh, here we go. The wall. It got reinforced though. They didn't. They weren't able to break it.
Nitro kept dying when he was trying to go for the what's it called, wall.
Turning back over, it's going to be Thief and Stellar who find a couple of headshots before 100 Thieves can fully set up their post point. So now it's going to be down to some...
Alright, well, this round is just gone. Oh, hello. Wait, is there an available res? I don't think... he can't res that, though.
He's got a bait him.
Well.
Sorry, Ethan.
Yeah. Unlucky. Welcome to 100 Thieves.
Yeah, these matches at this point are for seeding and money.
Yeah. Are these matches just for who gets more money? That's such a weird
sentence. For seeding?
No, they are. I'm reading a message from the chat.
Yeah, that's what I just responded to.
But I'm saying that's a weird question to ask, because most tournaments are just for money.
Yeah.
Like almost every tournament in esports is just for money.
That's how you interpret it.
Yeah. But it's like weird to use the word just.
Oh. Yeah. One Google Lions would weigh more than the observable mass of the universe itself by over a factor of 2. That's a lot of lions.
So a Google of lions would actually defeat all the Pokemon.
Yeah. Because it would cause like a supermassive black hole.
I mean...
Like the gravitational pull of the lions itself would create so much mass.
I think it'd just destroy the entire universe, mate, immediately.
Yeah, I think it would. We should get a physicist on. Talk about these problems. Problems that matter.
Oh yeah, I suppose the lions would also die. So it'd be a draw.
Yeah. Unless some lions lived on the bodies of the other lions and it created a new super planet. And they lived on the lion planet.
Yeah, no, that could be.
With what atmosphere? The gases that come from the other lions would create an atmosphere of air, I think. And as the lions,
like the lions breathing out.
And it would decompose, and like eventually you'd have an atmosphere develop off of that. I think.
Next time, keep those kind of thoughts to yourself.
Maybe. Possibly. I don't think you do think. I didn't really go to school, so I wasn't really trained to think, you know? I was like, I didn't learn to...
He learned to think on his own.
I did, yeah. I had to kind of learn to think by myself, so I developed this weird thought process. You know?
Yeah, is there any water on planet Lion?
I think eventually there would be. They'd have to wait maybe millions of years. But at some point, like, the elements and atoms would coalesce, and eventually you'd have, like, an ecosystem.
How on earth are the lions surviving?
Assuming the lions brought bacteria with them, there are some bacteria that can survive without air and water. So I think the mass would Oh my god. Listen, I'll talk about it afterwards.
As soon as Asuna got that blast pack kill on the lockdown, the stream just went to shit. No one holding top ropes.
I mean, the stream literally died.
Yeah, the stream died. We came back.
Yeah,
and we've talked about a billion lines.
When it was just you and Wyatt, it wasn't like this probably. It's only when I'm here.
Yeah. Bit true. Bit true.
Limited time here as well to try and get everything done on as long as there might even still be a heal coming up for 100 each, so this doesn't get easier.
Nice spacing. Yeah, I think eventually, given enough time, you would see new life forms develop on planet Lion. Because what would happen would be, you'd have this giant mass of lions that are all decomposing because of the bacteria, breaking down, gas.
The lions are all dead.
Yeah, they probably
They've
would
all
die.
been crunched into just a
mass of
blob.
themselves, yeah.
So they've created a star.
Oh, I guess it would be a star, yeah. Would it be a star?
I don't know.
Under the mass of it?
Maybe
Maybe it would just be a planet. But then maybe new life forms would develop. Because you know you don't. The only life we know about is like what carbon, not carbon based, but like I guess what carbon based water.
No, maybe not carbon based. See what else you were going to say.
I didn't know if we discovered other life forms yet on Earth that weren't carbon based.
I think I'm looking at one.
See the information. It's the tap. It's just alert. What is that Turkey's defense? It's actually going to push Asuna to actually play a little
arsenic
but like
based?
they think there could be like nitrogen.
As they try to approach.
Stars perform fusion. Lions do not. Well, as far as you know.
I thought that.
As far as you know.
I mean, there's the theory that there could be, just because we are basing our model off of water, carbon-based life, but there could be life forms out there that
definitely,
that drink nitrogen, for example.
Sure. Lions don't.
No, but
any bacteria that lions have also don't.
But maybe at some point you could get that evolution.
Well, that would happen then anywhere else in the universe. It would not be specific to your lion experiment.
Okay, we can stop talking about this. That's a weird shot dart.
That is a very weird shot dart.
The trade will be there. 3-for-1 exchange. Nitro cleaning up the pieces.
All right, 100 Thieves chilling. They've drawn it level. 7-7. Here we go. They've managed to
I managed to recite the alphabet recently.
Oh, you did? You accurately recited the alphabet? Learning pod.
A has got to be more clear than this. There's no way there's like two people still waiting on A. There's a real world where perhaps
prove it.
I know Thief
not right now. There's Valorant to watch.
He does potentially give us a way after getting one.
We gotta watch the.
But he doesn't know there's
bit of a bonus round coming through.
Gotta watch the Valorant being played.
We've got an Ares and 3 Spectres. Only Asuna buying a rifle. They're not playing mid heavily at all. Eco just spotting from Boiler.
Discipline to not just fully rotate off A and keep still more than a few members there. That's massive for them winning that round.
What are these smokes?
For Asuna just to play through A by himself, in which he very well could have given.
Oh, Thief has found a timing just as Steel disappeared. But he hears the turret. He knows he can't overstep that boundary. But he could just hold for Asuna to peek. Asuna at some point is going to fall off yellow.
Asuna not feeling nearly as frisky this round, at least not as of yet.
I just had a thought process.
No. Go on, please.
No.
Next eco round.
After this round, I'll explain my thought process.
All right, and they're all returning to Thief. Does Thief suspect Asuna playing behind yellow?
Defending teams as well, having yellow control super important, backed with a lot of utility, and Asuna might have a.
Well, the answer was no. Oh, he's so good. Thief was holding for him there as well, and he still manages to get the flick more quickly.
I mean, how brilliant.
Well, that's it. That's the round done. What was your thought process? It's done. Right, it's done.
Big credit there. They kind of show you where the alarm bot and nano swarm is, and then as soon as Asuna wants to take the challenge, Steel hits the nano.
It's done, dude. Nitro's going to spam through the box. Eco's back here. 15 seconds.
That's no dart.
Not a lot of time.
I think
Okay, it's over. So I was thinking, you know the multi-universe theory?
Yeah.
Is there a universe out there where magically Pokemon do exist, and also enough conditions that a billion lions could spawn in at the same time?
No.
But if but physics wouldn't. Physics isn't necessarily the same. In these other universes, like,
I don't think
isn't there a concept that there could exist outside of our own universe, another universe where the laws of physics are not the same?
Yeah, because we wouldn't be able to observe it at all. So yeah, I suppose that could exist, but it's so pointless to even speculate on that stuff that I don't think it's. But I don't think.
But like, remove the ridiculousness of that concept.
But I don't think.
Like, think about just anything else.
I don't think the multiverse theory is the same as. There is an infinite number of. There is an infinite number of universes. Therefore, everything that could happen has happened. I don't think that follows, because I think the multiverse theory is about, or at least the mathematical model is about that happening at specific points when superpositions collapse. And that doesn't randomly spawn a billion lions.
Okay.
So I don't think just because there's infinite, there could be infinite worlds and still not be all things have happened.
Gotcha.
There's different types of infinity.
Okay.
At least that's the one that we were talking about most recently. Going to Sliggy, Sag business.
Already once again stopped the plant and retaken the B site.
Flashes come through as well, smokes come down over towards yellow. There's going to be very limited support coming through from Moose for the rest of the round unless he wants to try and swing by.
Alright, now let's tune in for the eco round.
I mean, that was an eco, wasn't it?
I think we thought it was, but I think LG bought into that.
Oh.
Didn't they?
Sorry, chat.
I think they did.
On their way to double digits, I'm starting to believe here as LG. I mean, yeah, it was just.
Oh no, no, I'm lying. That wasn't eco round.
It was just an eco.
Yeah, I thought it was an eco.
No, I was paying so little attention to it, I didn't even realize they didn't have guns.
I don't know, not a lot to be found. Not even in terms of getting enough damage done. The plant's decent for at least the money. I think getting the plant minimum allows people to be a little bit more comfortable in picking up.
Time for a raid, people leave. I love tilting people in my chat.
Yeah, we should play Gen 3.
Is that where this started? No.
No, I just started thinking about it again. Alright, look at the ults.
Look at Asuna. Getting ready to push out of tube, I think.
Yes.
On turret contact, maybe. Actually, maybe not. I think that turret's on the fence. I'm not sure. Oh, he's getting ready to push with the drone.
Alright, it's gonna get spotted.
Oh, and a Proto's watching it.
Down.
Good trade from Steel. With the Odin, he gets the trade from long range.
Look at all this on B. Thief just worked all the way in.
Did they get the information? The spike's down?
That's a nice turret. They may have heard it.
I mean, look at them. They're pushing out mid as if they...
That's why they're pushing out mid. Go to res.
Yeah, but...
They don't know.
No, they don't know the spike's down. You can hear it if you're close enough. When you kill the player that has the spike.
The Thief ended up killing the turret. But they're still not sold that he could be through B. They're checking behind, actually. They're a little bit scared that Thief could be lurking because he hasn't shown himself at all.
Yeah.
And look, they're running all the way back. So they're like, well, someone killed the turret. We don't know if spawn is clear. Someone clear this.
Killjoy. Oh, for retake.
The smoke off screens.
The problem is that these Killjoy ult... Stella tried to wall, but wasn't expecting Ethan to be this close.
Wait, Nitro just sticking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got killed. Wow, so nice for LG to be straight back into that.
I love that by Asuna.
Dude, he's cracked. He's actually as cracked as he is.
I love this by Asuna, bro. The pace he's playing this game at.
He can stick this. Oh no, he's going for it.
Oh, he's so good! He's actually so good!
He's so good!
Oh my god!
Add him to the list of players I want to do back chat with.
I almost locked my jaw. I was screaming. Ow.
God damn, he's good.
God damn, what the hell was that? Look at this. It's. People say they don't like the X-ray being turned off, but in that moment, like, it shows the level of game sense. I think.
Yeah.
That he. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought to pre-fire pipes like that with the ult.
Well, we also can't hear footsteps because we've got the volume down.
Yeah, I guess.
You might have heard someone running away.
That's just nasty. Absolutely nasty clutch.
I don't think the Odin needs a nerf now.
100 Thieves, 10 rounds collected.
It's already quite expensive.
Asuna's had some amazing moments this tournament.
Yeah,
he's had some absolutely amazing moments.
Plus, he bounced back from a pretty underwhelming challenges too. Here we go. This is a thingy. It's an average Jonas.
Not gonna work.
Nope, because
They
he's
think it's
debated
on pipes,
him.
right?
He's
Yeah.
debated him. Actually, a proto with the 5 head, and it's detained 2 players because they believe that Hiko was going to get the shock darts. That's so smart. That's like Nature did against Gen.G.
Taking so much space off of it.
So smart from a proto.
Moose man, Moose dying.
Available, but they have to go back for that one. Right now, they're pretty hard.
Doesn't matter.
Asuna! Bro, what is this guy made of? He's actually cracked. What is that?
He's unbelievable.
What the fuck is this?
He's the best player in the server by a country mile right now.
He's feeling himself as well. Oh my god.
This is 20 plus for sure now.
This is unreal.
He has a very accusable cousin.
Through 7 rounds, he was on like 14 or 15.
Oh my god.
This is just unreal.
He's got so much confidence.
Got the reset in his aim in that moment as well, though.
Yeah.
Like, just as the smoke was coming up, but he took that information and ran with it.
Asuna versus a billion lions. I think Asuna wins.
Yeah, give him a Vandal.
Yeah.
This is the kind of performance you want to see out of a duelist. When you've only got one of them, you better hope your one duelist is packing some real heat. And right now, he's doing more than that.
21 and 14.
That's nasty.
On a real heater for both teams. And for LG, when you think they should be winning some more of these, they're really not. They still have ultimate.
And then suddenly, no one is going to remember that a proto big-brained Hiko. No one's going to remember it.
That's why I like Valorant as a
But it
title,
happened.
is that you have moments like that.
Yeah.
Where a player can mechanically just pop off in a moment.
Yeah.
And the strategy goes out the window for a second, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Equivalent to a rifle for a proto anyway. Bulldog on Stella. Still workable, but it's been...
No, they didn't get any kills off the detains, but they did get...
They took the map.
They did get the whole of the site.
control.
It's a cool play anyway, though. You know? Isn't that in every esport? Not really.
No.
You want to see someone pull off an ace in Overwatch? Literally never happened.
Well, you almost did. Did in fact,
What?
actually. Like, you can...
They've had very rare clutch moments in Overwatch.
No one's ever pulled off an ace in Overwatch.
Not an ace, but like clutch moments, you know?
Yeah, clutch moments exist, sure. But you can't get an ace. Oh, sorry, I guess I mean like a 1v5x.
Like a
but yeah,
clutch,
you can get
like
a
a
6k,
1v
yeah.
so-and-so.
Yeah, sorry, I mean a 1vx club, ace.
EQO did it.
But yeah.
To save them.
Summer Showdown Finals.
Yeah?
It's pretty rare. But yeah, like Valorant is a game where that's not really mitigated because mechanical skill is like so important. Sometimes you can just blow it out of the water.
The scoreline is incredible.
And heroics.
2 in a row as well in terms of not just the rounds that we're seeing, but again on the last.
Is that Search and Destroy in Overwatch?
It's very
No.
similar. It's Asuna going absolute buck wild, and he just has not slowed down, has not taken his foot off the pedal.
There's not enough words. I mean, throughout this entire weekend, every single map.
One Orisa pulls 6 people into the well while her teammates are dead. Boom. 1v6 clutch. I mean, I guess. I know that I've never seen it happen. I suppose that's theoretically possible.
Can't challenge him.
Oh, he tried to satchel up, I think.
He gets Asuna.
Moose will get it through the wall at least with an ultimate as soon as like that's cheating, buddy.
I see now why Steel buys the Odin on this particular part when he's holding down mid.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really good for just essentially blowing down the wall.
It is very good for destroying the wall. It's also a ton of wallbang spots on the B site.
I didn't think there were many, but...
Well, the whole of the B site itself, like all of this wall that Thief's looking at is
surrounded there.
Wall bangable.
That's if Ethan doesn't spot a rotation over towards mid.
Brennon Sideshow, who do you think is the best player in NA right now? I would go Sinatra for me personally.
We'll see how many members of
Depends what you mean by right now. Sinatra had like his most recent tournament, or is it most recent 2 tournaments at this point? Were a little lackluster. But over a long enough time period, I think you could definitely put him up there.
I don't know who I'd have as the best in NA right now.
I mean, Food had an insane performance if you mean like,
but that's just
right
like
now.
Most recent, right?
Yeah.
Because Food would be...
Comes down to what you say right now.
You're kidding me.
That's a fantastic map from Asuna though.
Wrap it up. Tie it in a bow.
That was a good game. We spent most of it talking about dumb shit, but
yeah,
of the bits we watched, it was pretty good. You rubbing crumbs onto the floor?
Yep.
But just a thing for that.
Get out the Dyson, mate. Get out the Dyson.
Just a thing for that one.
I've got a crumb on my knee. Will it do that as well?
Insane multi-kills, spray transfers, just everything. He's doing everything, and he's being supported by some of the best players as well on his team. He's got full support on his
I'm gonna lay down so Bren can hoover me.
I feel like I'm looking at a MOBA where you just have this one.
That way I won't get in the way of his Dyson process. God, I've eaten too much food today.
I'm very pleased with this purchase.
Yeah. That nearly ripped my nipple off. that nearly. There was a lot of suction power on my nipple. My nipple is like diamonds right now.
Really?
Yeah, my nipple thinks it just got a fucking.
Yeah, this thing. That wasn't even on boost mode.
Holy shit!
You put it on boost mode.
I mean, I was just expecting it to stick to my shirt, but that actually felt like it was trying to pull my nipple off. Holy!
Can you stand up, please? So
yeah,
I can,
no, of course. Sorry. Wow. Why'd you go for there?
Because you were lying down.
That's amazing.
He's such an adult.
Bro, I feel so old that I mean, I'm just excited about this.
Yeah.
It is.
Well,
have I reached that part of my life already?
No, because for you, it's not a cleaning tool. It's a weapon in the war against the ants.
Yeah.
You've just bought. It's like someone spending the military budget. They're excited because they understand the carnage it's going to cause to their opposition.
Look at these angles.
Oh yeah, no, the angles are great.
I mean, this thing is just ridiculous.
It is, and it looks like a photon cannon.
It is incredible. Look at it.
I don't want to look too closely.
And if I want to go like, oh, I want a bit of handheld action. Like take that off. Oh, maybe I want to use. Maybe I want to use this one today.
We should really be sponsored by Dyson.
I'll just fucking plug that in.
I mean, that looks silly.
And now I've just got.
That looks silly. I can't believe there would ever be a time where you want to suck such a small area with such a massive weapon.
The music does make it feel like an ad.
Yeah. Oh. That's fine. There's no
bristles.
Yeah, because of the bristles.
Yeah.
Whereas the previous one, no bristles, sucked my tit off. I'm gonna come home and Bet's gonna ask me where I've got all of these, like, what do you call them? The what are they called?
Love bites.
Love bites, yeah. What are they called?
I don't know what they're called.
Cookies or something? Hickeys. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, wow.
And it's just you with a Dyson. I've got a hickey on my nipple. I do, it's fucking, it's bright red and it's hard as nails.
Airways blocked.
Unbelievable.
So
yeah, I feel like a cow. I just got milked. I've actually just been hooked up to a milker.
Oh, you gotta empty it. Bro, this thing is this thing is actually crazy.
Ah,
like,
God.
Look at this thing. This thing's fucking crazy.
What? What are you doing?
Apparently the airways are blocked.
The airways are blocked. Well, that's not crazy. That's bad.
Like it's telling me, it's literally showing me how
it has an LED.
It has an LED screen that's telling me how to
unblock the airways. That's pretty cool. Very good, very good.
This shit's crazy.
I do. I feel like I've been hooked up to a milker. A wooga. What is the next map? It's Ascent, isn't it? All right, I want to see. I want to see something different from 100 Thieves here. On their attacking half. I want to see them actually adapt to their opponents. I want to see them shut down Catwalk.
I'm going to turn my mic off.
And then go back to pushing Gelato. Show us? I'm not going to show you. Yeah, FaZe is in the grand finals. And FaZe did really well. Look at Hiko and Nitro's tweets. New Valorant skin leak. I'm not looking at that. New Valorant skin leak. The URL says bestdyson.jpg. I'm not clicking on that link. I was watching Shroud and he was constantly shitting on Overwatch players. Is there a reason? I don't know. It might just be the
Plat and Overwatch.
Yeah, it might be. He's just jealous that he's never reached masters like me and
I'm a
Bren.
fucking better player than Shroud and Overwatch. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, is that crazy? I think I'm a better player than Shroud in chess.
Yes.
I don't know, maybe squash or something. Everyone's got their skills, haven't they?
No.
Map number 1, and I don't know what else to say about Asuna, man. I mean, it was just
the new gun in Valorant is a Dyson vacuum.
After every single round, it felt like.
Got it.
It does make me excited to clean though, which is weird.
Yeah.
Because it's just so easy.
Yeah.
There's no cables, and there's no plug-in. I'm just taking it off the wall, and it's just a weapon against dirt.
All right, what are these Hiko and Nitro tweets? Thank God Asuna was like 2 when I was in my CS prime, said Hiko. What did Nitro tweet? Thank God Asuna was like 8 when I was in my CS prime. That's great, actually. That is really funny.
It's pretty good.
Excellent coordinated tweets.
Just to really go back in time for the fellas as well in terms of pulling
He's actually correct.
page from the history books here. December 16th.
Yeah, Shroud just hasn't played Overwatch. If he
played Overwatch, he'd be GM.
Yeah, he would.
I'm
Easily.
given Julius to make sure my boomers do not die to rockets. I will
If he actually
give
applied
my life
himself.
to watch them clutch. Now I think we've turned over a new leaf. We've turned
All right.
over, written a new
Ascent.
chapter for Asuna.
Oh, 100 Thieves are starting on defense. I wonder whether this is why they pick Icebox. No, that can't be the reason.
I think they quite like Icebox. I think they have a good read on how to play Icebox against certain teams.
Yeah.
Steel has a good understanding of like when to take mid control. You get timings on people.
Yeah.
It's been a while. It's been a long time. I didn't watch the remake. Anyway, Asuna. Looking great, being held up by his team.
Ascent.
His gigantic
Well, the first half of Ascent is probably going to be really good. And the second half, who knows?
LG in a bit of trouble here because I thought that Icebox was going to be one of LG's.
They all said they lost Icebox because of Viper the other day. Viper is really good on Icebox.
Yeah.
I don't know why more NA teams don't run it. It's so good.
Pretty 50-50 and maybe leaning towards more.
Asuna was the MC of that map, and I was the side character that couldn't see the fight because it was happening so fast. What is the MC?
Main character.
Oh, main character.
That was versus TSM
Yeah.
in Challengers number 3. Now, to be fair, again, a lot
Yeah.
of recent matchups that we're kind of citing are.
Or a proto. He had that sick play where he outdoes Eco's shock darts. And it's all just gone because Asuna fragged. Like a mentalist.
Love the cardigan? Thanks. Had this one for a while.
How many 6-year-olds could you beat in a fight?
Don't answer that question. As your lawyer.
riding a little high as well.
Don't ask that question.
Day where they kind of had some trepidations versus NRG.
Because I know I could do at least one.
And so,
Tried it.
Looking back on all of the performances now, it's just sort of lined up what we can expect from LG here. And, I don't feel.
Let's talk about water.
I'm not too sure if this is going to be one of those maps for LG that is going to be dependable enough for the.
Yeah, I'm misusing the word mentalist.
Big time, and it's
What's a mentalist?
I think a mentalist is somebody that's... I'm not even sure whether it's a real word, but there was a TV show called The Mentalist. That was about somebody who was using psychological tactics to, I don't know, tap into people's motives, I guess, as part of a police drama.
LG have to kind of be that team again. You know,
But yeah, I don't know.
We knew them to be a contact
I didn't really watch much of it, but... Oh, a mentalist is a magician who performs feats that apparently demonstrate extraordinary mental powers, such as mind reading. Oh, I see.
Yeah, is it going to take 2 duelists from Luminosity just to match the prowess that we're getting out of the solo duelist from 100 Thief? Yeah, I hate to kind of leave it in one department, but
I like that tweet.
That is a good tweet.
That's a great tweet from
That is a
Nerd Street
fantastic
Gamers.
tweet from Nerd Street Gamers. That is a Zoomer humor tweet.
Well, it's like, that's actually, yeah, just a good tweet.
It's just a good tweet.
When you've got Asuna doing the things that he's doing, I mean, plus 10 in that last match. I mean, I don't even remember the stat line that he had, but it was a very positive one versus Gen.G when they played on Bind, and even when they were playing on Ascent, he played really, really well. So, yeah, I hesitate to say that.
Sideshow, why look old? Just dehydrated and waiting for the game to begin. Casters!
What's Steel's tweet? I don't know what the other guys
Stop
are
the
saying.
game,
I was
Casters.
banned when I was in my prime.
Wait, what?
That's Steel's tweet. I don't know what the other guys are saying. I was banned when I was in my prime.
Towards his site. He was always last on rotation, so if he is going to be trusted to play at an island...
Don't congratulate them on that. I saw that joke like 10 times in the comments under Steele's tweet.
Whatever.
Yeah, well, part of being a social media manager is knowing what funny stuff to steal, I suppose.
Whatever.
Looking back on their matchup versus FaZe as well, which
you know, Ryan, your resume, you were the first to come up with the cracked phone social media trend.
Yes.
You have Thief going 15-16, which is for a guy like Thief who normally has...
You know, my TikTok one's got 3,000 views.
Did it really? What are you doing on this show? You're big news now.
Yeah.
Interesting, by the way.
What a big deal.
Yeah.
The same orders where we go Icebox, Ascent, and then straight into Bind. You always kind of repeat a little bit of how Luminosity's upper finals go.
Yeah, we just opened the Steel tweet, yeah. 80% of this Twitch chat is stolen jokes. Yeah, but the rest of the 20% is just shit. So. I'd rather keep that 80%.
Where did you pull the 80% from?
Also, the last time that these two teams played,
people love using 80%, 20%. 20% of the chat makes 80% of the jokes. The 80-20 rule.
Yeah.
Which a lot of the time is just nonsense, but proud to be the 20%. Yeppers. Well, I just said the 20% is the worst, so shouldn't really be proud. Gen.G.
Different play style that a lot of other NA teams just have hesitated to even really attempt yet in your mind?
Who disappears longer, Wyatt going somewhere randomly or Jaws making dinner? Well, when Jaws went to make dinner,
it's funny, by the way, because
he missed hours of gameplay.
I think he went to the aquarium.
Yeah.
And he just didn't tell us.
Yeah, I think he got excited by seeing fish in the game.
And he decided,
I've got to see real fish. I've got to.
In theory, Sage 4 out of the 5 maps.
Hey Sideshow, what does it feel like to sit in the afterglow of Bren's TikTok fame? Feels warm. He still feels warm.
There's a lot of trends, you know. Let's see what the TikTok... Oh, the game's about to begin, never mind.
One of my viewers has a very popular thirst TikTok.
Really?
Apparently.
Why do you know that?
Because some of my chatters were talking about it.
Thirst TikTok?
I think so, yeah. I haven't gone on his TikTok because it's not a thirst TikTok. I thought it was. I thought that was the point. He said it wasn't, but I thought it was. You know, like low key. Yeah, but I thought it was like low key actually a thirst TikTok.
Yeah, I like it when I come across the unironic.
He just happens to be attractive.
I like it when I come across the.
Sounds like a thirst TikTok to me.
if they can be one of the higher performing teams with the
It is a thirst TikTok for 40-year-old women. I like it when I come across the unironic thirst TikToks, and they pop up on my feed, my For You page, and it's always like some 30-year-old bloke chopping wood, and then all the comments are like 40-year-old women just being like, "Oh my god, heart emojis," and I'm like, I don't know, it's like you've tapped into something primal there. And then people always duet it. It's like actual lumberjacks being like, "Well, actually, he's chipped the wood at the bottom, so it's not that impressive." And you can tell that they're insecure about this guy getting attention.
That's great. That is actually really funny. When is Bren gonna do a first TikTok outside chopping wood?
Never.
No? That's sad.
No, I'd rather do the kind of TikTok where I'm too cool for TikTok, but actually I really wish I was popular on TikTok. You know?
And I mean, going back to
my For You page is Pink Talk and MILF Talk. Pink Talk is elite. It's something.
Was Bren's 3K view TikTok just him crushing watermelons with his thighs?
It was actually me filtering water.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was me melting down snow and filtering water and showing people how I was doing it. And I think there was another one that got used that was me just cooking egg fried rice.
Emo Pretty Boy, thank you for the resub. My account is not a thirst account. I just vibe and it works, okay? Also, and yeah, he's got like 9.1 million likes. Just, I don't know, by vibe. I feel like if
money off of that?
You must, I don't know. I don't know whether he does. But I feel like if you know that something's working, you subconsciously lean into it, and it becomes a thirst TikTok, even if it wasn't supposed to be a thirst TikTok. You know?
Are we talking about Brent's?
No, a guy from my chat. DX Fighter, thanks for the prime. Alright, the game has actually begun though.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this. You see that smoke from Ethan? He does it every time. Such a little
flashes. What
no.
are you talking about?
He does this flash that goes behind green.
Yeah.
And it lets people on
Smoke
heaven.
behind green.
Yeah, sorry, the smoke behind green. And it lets people on heaven crouch behind it to avoid being seen, and then you can like uncrouch to tap over the top of it. And like you can play around it, or you can drop into sight using it and like play around the edges of the smoke. It's just like a ratty smoke to play around.
That's all well and good. It's interesting. Video game analysis. That's what most people are here for. Now, what I want to ask about, what were you doing with the vacuum earlier?
What do you mean?
It seemed like you guys were having some fun with the vacuum.
You tried to milk me.
Yeah, you guys were having some naughty fun with the Dyson.
No. It wasn't naughty.
I've lactated
It wasn't.
I was showing him the suction power of the Dyson. And I rolled it over one of his nipples, and it
nearly pulled it off.
Yeah, I nearly pulled his nipple off. But I caught Josh eating and then just trying to subtly put crumbs on the floor.
Better than them being.
And I was like, "What are you doing? Are you just putting crumbs on the floor?" And you're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Well, good thing I bought a Dyson." So then I got out the Dyson to clean up the crumbs.
Wait, you were just onto our rug?
Yeah, we're talking about the arm problem, and he's just fucking.
I had a couple
What's
of
wrong with
incredibly
you?
small crumbs.
So
I picked some of them up and put them back in the box. And then there was some that I couldn't see, but I could feel. So I was like, "Oh well, get them on the floor. They'll be good food for
the ants."
For the ants?
Yeah, sure.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That Dyson is something though, huh?
Oh, I mean,
no, that thing can suck.
Mm-hmm.
That Dyson can go.
I can understand now the hype. I'm a Dyson fan for life now.
Yeah.
British engineering.
They still?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm excited to use that thing. Do you mind if I test it out later?
Yep. Go ahead. Right ahead. It's got all the attachments.
All of them?
All of them.
Why hasn't spilled anything? He just wants to.
I just want to have fun with it.
Yeah. He's run out of coconut.
It's a good vacuum. Once you reach, the tipping point is when you're just about to turn 25. You start getting really into Dysons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some 13.
I'm like, I'm on the cusp of 25, and I know I'm going to get to that point, and then suddenly it's just, you know, license. That's why I bought it.
Really hard to believe that Wyatt is 30 years old, not gonna lie. I know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He looks so good for 30, doesn't he? But he is.
Nitro looking towards the pistol, one away from the resurrection.
Especially for single 25-year-olds. Alright, Reese. Don't have to fucking go in that hard. Alright, we get it.
It's been a pandemic, mate.
Alright, we get it, Reese.
Tough times, isn't it?
We get it, Reese.
That's why Bren needs to make his first TikTok.
Get that
I mean,
one off the ground.
Oh, he's gone for that little.
He's gone for the nanoswarm again.
But he's deaded it, I think.
Yeah, I think that nanoswarm might actually be to try and catch the Sova. I think it might go through the wall to try and catch the Sova as they're droning.
Not gonna lie, I thought Wyatt was like 20 to 24. No,
he's 30.
30.
Yeah. He's married with 2 kids. He just leaves.
Hey, we'll just put all my business out there.
Sorry. I just wanted to say how impressive it was that you left it all behind for tier 7.
Yeah.
I just really appreciate the dedication.
Someone's got to be the breadwinner.
Looking for the dream.
I think this is going to be potentially Steel convincing a lot of other pros to move towards the Bucky based on what he's able to do here. That one, I know Thief's
out of pocket. Yeah,
you guys don't even watch the game.
That's not
correct.
True.
Correct.
No, I'm watching the game.
Not true.
I've never watched a game of Valorant in my life.
Supposed to be one of the best players really in the region. He's not got anything done yet. I think
the sexual tension is immense. No, chat. You just listen, chat.
Now LG gonna force
These smokes from Ethan on the site are so good.
A ton of utility from Steel. He even steps into the dirt cover.
Steel is the Goblin War Master.
Yeah. He's deadly.
Goblin War Master.
Yes. Yeah. He is because he is. I mean, he's clearly, when you watch him play, he's clearly a goblin, but he's also above the rest of the goblins and the smokes. You know.
Yeah.
He is the #1 smoke goblin. Thus, he is the Goblin War Master.
I think no one really outside but I'm starting to get convinced. I'm in a bit of a Stockholm syndrome here via Steel using Bucky every single round to the point where I'm starting to think like maybe he should just play the Bucky. Maybe it is what he needs to do.
It was so funny because after that first
we knew this half would be good for 100 Thieves though. Comes down to their attacking side. If they have another performance like when they played against Gen.G, they're gonna look like they've thrown the map away this time. It's just their attack is good and their defense. Sorry, other way around.
That is some pace. They were not ready for that.
Just destroyed.
Oh my god.
Just destroyed.
Bill.
Give him the ice. Give him the ice. Give him the ice.
Bill Dip.
Give him the ice.
Go different.
Bill Dip.
A Proto just gave him the ice. A Proto's the side character that is designed to make Asuna look good.
Behind his back even.
Holy smokes.
Straight into the net basket. It's just disgusting. I mean, yeah.
Look at this as well. They just weren't suspecting this at all.
He had 3 ult orbs, now he has his ult for the next rifle round.
Yeah.
That's potentially devastating, actually.
I find that the longer this game gets played, the less impact the Showstopper has.
Yes. The Showstopper is so much less impactful than it was 5-6 months ago.
Yeah.
It did get heavily nerfed, though.
Yeah, people are also
even I think even regardless of the nerf.
Yeah.
I swear you just see
a lot
less and less kills.
Value. See, like he's used it here because he thought that Proto was fighting early, right?
Yeah, but that's still decent value because they cleared out B main with it. Like they fought. A Proto used both of his cyber cages there, and they got countered by an ult, and now they retain control of B main. I mean, they still Sage Wall close after the A hit comes out, but. Oh, the boom bot into the smoke as well. Oh my god.
Holy
Alright,
smokes.
winnable, actually. Stella just has to play a little slow.
He does see the
Ethan peeks that.
It gets down to 1v1.
Holy smokes.
80 HP here, 9 armor as well. Goes for the fake plant. Pico, is he gonna peek? Should know that.
Alright, he knows where he is now. Good camera usage.
Wait, Wyatt and Pico are basically the same age. Yep.
He swings out further on the shock dart. Pico wins those 1v1s.
Maybe that one has only been saving for clutches.
Oh, that's not a great round.
Yeah, Jaws is like 34, right?
Jaws is actually a lot older than you would expect, though.
Yeah.
I actually.
37.
I think if people guessed Jaws' age and they didn't know it, they would guess a full 5 years younger.
Oh, yeah.
Younger than me.
Like a full 5 years
People always
younger.
said that Jaws was younger than me.
Yeah.
Because he is, right?
Yeah, Bren's 35.
Really transition onto site at all. I mean, some of them did sell a try.
What age is Wyatt actually? He's 30. He's 30 with a wife and kids.
Yeah.
And I don't appreciate your marriage erasure that you're trying to do on the chat right now.
Thanks for standing up for me.
Yeah.
God, how old am I going to look when I'm 40?
Just trying to analyze Valorant and put food on the table for my family.
You'll probably have a similar hairline when you're 40.
Yeah, true actually.
Look at that, that's so nice. Asuna swings out as Nitro takes the dart and they use him as bait. That's so smart from 100 Thieves. Their defense is looking so good on Ascent now. Just give them 2 days and they've taken it from being meh to excellent.
Also, again, been saying it all weekend. Having Asuna on Raze on every map is very good.
It is.
He's just on his best agent on every map, and it's one of the best agents in the game that can be played on every map. It's a beautiful thing.
When my girlfriend first met Bren,
Not great news considering that as
she thought Bren was 29.
No, 30.
Across a pretty large sample size as well.
It was 30.
I thought you were 30.
Yeah, she thought it was 30.
And
I think it was wishful thinking, you know. Like, I don't know.
Wait. This is important. How many years ago?
Wait, this was 2018. When Bren was 21.
22.
Yeah, 21 I think at the time though, because it was before Beth's 30th.
Was that 21?
Yeah, and it was. Beth said to him, he said, "Oh, do you need to see my ID?" And she said, "No, it's all right. We're like the same age, aren't we?" And he goes, "Yeah, I think so." He thought she was 21, and she thought he was 30.
Yeah.
And they both just happily coexisted, thinking that they were the same age as each other, up until her 30th birthday, when Bren was like, "Wait, you thought I was 30?"
Yeah.
Oh no.
I don't know why people think I'm old as shit. It's not old as shit though when you turn 30, but it is older than what I am, you know?
Not the worst thing I've seen in the world, but he's 07 right now.
You have a worn face.
I do. I've lived many lifetimes.
Yeah, you do. You look like you've lived many lives.
You know? You sound and look 30.
Challenges 3, so unfortunately for Thief.
Yeah, older shit isn't very kind. What I mean is
older than you are.
Older than I am, you know?
And have 0 impact so far, especially on a role like Reyna, where if you don't have any impact,
you look like Neon.
Christ.
God,
yeah,
that
could be the
paranoia
card
got
again.
so many people.
Finds first blood. Thief just runs in, taken down no problem, and
My God.
LG to do too much with, but
LG need to be going deeper into mid. These A hits are just these A hits and B main hits are not cutting the mustard.
No, they're not.
You need to go work mid against 100 Thieves.
Point of contact here with Ethan.
If LG get 3 rounds on the board, it could still be winnable for them.
But
I don't think
the
it's happening.
100 Thieves' confidence is just flowing.
Oh, it's through the roof, isn't it?
It is absolutely flowing.
Peek that one, walk away, dodge the shots.
That's what TF2 does to you? Yeah.
The older I get, Good Zero, the more I think you're right about that as well. No drip game.
You're wearing a cardigan.
Because I was cold. That's exactly the point, though, isn't it?
Yeah, the youth
like
sacrifice.
If you're dressing for practicality instead of fashion, then you've already lost. I lost the war long ago.
You think Wyatt just thought, oh, my neck feels light. Let me dress up.
I think the chain looks good.
That's not what I'm arguing.
Right.
I'm saying it does look good. It was aesthetics first. If it was for practicality first, you wouldn't be
I have a
wearing
nice mix. I got the fucking dad sweatpants on.
I think it's also
I kind of dress for comfort all the time, actually. Especially, well, during the COVID era, for sure. That's why motherfuckers are like, are you wearing the same sweatshirt again? Yeah.
I haven't worn a shirt in...
I've worn the same thing for 3 years now, straight, I think. Like, what am I doing? Going to the living room, going back to my room.
Yeah.
This is still clutchable for Moose.
It is.
All the time.
I think a core difference as well for 100 Thieves is that Asuna playing mid has just been a terror whenever LG have tried to go there. I said LG need to work mid. They try and work mid this round with 2 players, and Asuna just vomits out his utility and his showstopper, kills one of them with the showstopper, nearly kills the other one as well, and then they've got Hiko and Nitro to rotate over. And
that dart's pushed it right into Steel's line of sight.
This is
it's
beautiful.
done.
Booming.
It's GG. 100 Thieves. It took 2 days for 100 Thieves to go from looking really bad to immediately top tier 1 again.
They have been. I mean, they just leveled up over the course of the tournament. It's really, really impressive. I thought it was going to take longer.
Someone asked a good question in the chat that I think needed to be acknowledged. They said, why is Wyatt not British?
Yeah,
an interesting question.
If you're both adopted brothers, why is Wyatt not British?
Yeah.
How is Wyatt American?
I think I lack drip as well, though, because of my posture. I am sat like I am 40.
I mean, you're saying that as I'm
no, but I'm like gut hanging.
Oh yeah.
Arms crossed like this, watching the game very properly.
That's why I said a while back when you were sat there but with a beer that I could see an image of you when you're 40. Because 40-year-old men do tend to sit like this, beer got out, beer in hand.
Yep, just drinking
like that,
beer.
just chilling. And I could just see a vision of you when you're 40 doing the same thing. I don't know why.
Looking like he's about to speak to the manager. Yeah. I feel you.
Oh God.
I feel you.
100 Thieves are getting so many ridiculous kills as well. Thief got killed through a wall in the previous round. Proto just got killed through the wall as well. Just
that's it. That's all it is. I feel bad. I feel really bad.
They're getting boomed.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all just the confidence level on 100 Thieves is just
it's ridiculous.
I mean, it's gone up and up and up as the tournament's gone on.
look at this.
It's gone up and up and up as the tournament's gone on. Like,
I mean,
these risks are not risks you take against
teams
if you're taking the game seriously, you know?
Yeah. They just know they're gonna hit the shots.
And LG,
you guys look like
Where
Bren's
do we rate Asuna in terms of like
overall
in the
in NA?
Now they need 111. Oh, well, it's 0-12. I guess it's over. You know,
in 2021.
I'm trying to be serviceable.
Sure.
I'm trying to find a way to help LG here, to get them back in this game, but I just don't know what works today anymore. Thief does have a rifle. He has the Empress of
I think he's up there.
Yeah,
based off of how much 100 Thieves live and die off of his performance. I think
the question is just how high up there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who
would be above him?
In 2021.
And potential effectiveness. Proto has worked his way.
The thing is, Asuna almost can't be at the top unless you have mad recency bias.
Well, I suppose
they weren't in challenges.
It depends on what your criteria is as well. It depends on what the criteria is. Like if you're going off results, or are you just going off literally him in the server and his impact when he's in a game?
Yeah, but we couldn't even see a VOD of them playing in Challenges 1, so he just misses out by default to people who played well in that. But I mean, he's up there, but I don't know. I feel like he's a lock for top 5, but where he goes in the top 5 is
yeah. I mean,
it's
it's
based on
almost
the
like
time frame you play it. You
this is like
allocate
a content argument, you know.
It is a content. I was just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's
just throwing it
cool
out there.
thought experiment.
I mean,
yeah, like someone in the chat mentioned Sick. Sick is definitely got to be up there for 2021.
Yeah.
Thief has got to be up there for 2021.
Yeah. Food and Crashies have had. They had an exceptional challengers too.
They got around.
Shaz had a great.
Yeah, I think you got to put Shazam up
Shaz
there.
would probably be above
even
Sinatra
when they were
for this
even
year.
when they were struggling. Actually, Shazam was pounding still.
Yeah. Shaz might be above Sick for this year.
Yeah, he actually. I think he is.
Probably is.
Now that you mention it, I actually think he probably is because throughout all of their games so far, he's just been. Yeah, during the struggle period, he was still.
The thing is, though, I
really
also think that it's not just 2021 that. I like using a 3-month period. I think that normally ends up being
I think that's pretty
fair
reasonable.
Distance, which also that includes First Strike main event and JBL as well, right? Because
I mean, if you want to do that, then he's got to be in your top.
Because it's December, January, February, and it's like the very beginning of March right now. Yeah. In which case, I think Asana's absolutely up there. I don't know. What's the classic Twitch chat thing? Tier lists are
Exclamation point Val rankings.
Yeah,
Tier lists are the cardinal sin against complex thought.
That's the one. That's the one.
Spycam could have been maybe useful, but it gets deleted, and now Nitro working
Well,
around the back.
that's the half.
Yeah, and the problem here is
they could just use Killjoy out here.
Yeah.
They really wanted to just cure it.
But now we've kind of been robbed of something here as viewers, because we don't get to see whether 100 Thieves attack is actually going to be any better good. Because they're just going to, I don't know, even if they lose the pistol, they're going to randomly win a round.
Yeah.
So, Asana literally has the hardest job in 100 Thieves. He's just very hot or cold. I don't think he's actually cold very often at all.
He's not cold often at all.
He had...
It was the one tournament.
One tournament, and that's the only time I can think of Asana being
Even
really
when he was
cold.
on 100 Thieves, he was consistent.
Even
Sorry,
when he was on
Immortals.
Yeah, he was... He wasn't as good as he is now. But
no, but he's being supported better now.
That's another way to think about it too. Like,
is he being supported better actually?
You think they're just sending him in and he cracks it open?
Quite a lot of the time, yeah. I think he has a lot of responsibility on this team.
He definitely does. But someone said, like, the way they framed it was, they said if we're talking duelists, I'm picking Asana first.
Oh, it's like a draft pick.
That's like a reasonable thing too. Yeah, I mean, if I'm thinking I want if your first pick is an entry duelist, I mean, who else would you? I mean,
Sinatra.
I think you got to take Sinatra. It's either him or Sinatra.
Yeah, it is. It's the two of them. Well, I suppose food
keeps playing well.
But yeah, food is like. Food is beginning
right?
that. Yeah. Food has shown one unbelievable tournament after a bunch of hot and cold. So if Food keeps it up, he would 100% be in the bay as well. Waddell isn't necessarily the same style of player though, chat. Waddell can do that, but you're going to want him on the op a lot, so you need to pair him with a guy who's very confident at entrying. Waddell can entry for you in the sense that he will dash into his smoke, but you don't want to limit him to that role. But yeah, he is spectacular. Brax? Yeah. Yeah, pick Brax as an entry duelist. He's probably the best in the world.
Welcome back there, friends. Avril, not sure what I can leave you here as far as trying to break down the first half out of the fact that it's just all 100 Thieves so far.
And this is going to be, look...
Who is the best Sova in NA?
I've only ever really seen a 111
everyone in chat, quick, spam who you think it is.
That would be, yeah, that's a good idea, actually. I think... I'm going to wait for the chat.
But make sure you all, if whoever someone's saying, make sure you think of a different name that no one's thought of, even if it's not true.
I think, Gangster is a
Until we-
really good shout. honestly.
until every Sova who has ever played is inevitably listed.
I think at the moment it's Crashies.
David
Yeah.
Dennis.
But
I think
Gangster,
Sinatra's extremely good as well.
Gangster's utility usage is really
Ninja!
Yeah,
really good at the
Gangster's great, but I think Crashy's utility is also incredibly good.
Maniacal giggle after he finds those.
Gabagool.
I'll tell you what, EU is also really good too.
I don't play Sova chat. You stop saying my name.
What in the world do you say about it? It's goodness.
BCJ is good as well, yeah.
Spy Cam, thanks for trying. LG
Moose is doing well too, but I don't think I would have like Moose and BCJ as.
I don't think Wyatt's a bad shout. My Sova.
Sure.
My Sova. But when I did.
You should play
Yeah,
it more.
you should play it more.
You should play Sova.
Yeah. Play the Sova, get Gabagool on the breach, Space playing a cracked out duelist
Fine.
with Bren.
Yes, honey. I'll play
Your Sova was
Sova.
good.
Your Sova was so good.
I'll play Sova. Yes, honey.
I'm not gonna lie, my raise movement these days, I've been practicing a little bit. It's actually pretty good.
Your movement is good, but you also make mistakes often enough that you just throw the round away. You keep trying to double blast pack at the very beginning of rounds before anyone can do anything to help you. Can't flash for you, can't smoke for you, can't recon dart, nothing. You're just blast packing at the beginning of rounds to catch people off guard and cheese kills.
By the way, this game's over.
Oh yeah, it's done. They won the pistol and it's done.
I don't know if you guys noticed, game's over.
The annoying thing though is, seriously, like 100 Thieves will look bad on a sent attack. And they've been hardcore read by teams. And, and we're not going to get to see whether that would have happened.
Defensively, so there will be a lot of firepower on the table in terms of kill potential. Just comes down to, can you start to stall out?
Does Asuna stack up against MW?
Not just Asuna, but the 100 Thieves roster on whole has been playing.
I mean, yeah, I think they're both in the. I mean, yeah, in the sense that you both have to put them in the elite tier of duelists.
Yeah, but who the hell knows how the regions actually stack up in terms of individual skill?
Yeah, that who knows.
I mean, that is like.
But if you're just going to make
who
a
the hell
worldwide, they're both in the S tier of.
Yeah,
those
until
duelists.
we get to Masters 2 and we can actually see whether there's a skill diff between regions. Yeah, they would both be in.
Is Asuna just giving him a rifle?
Yeah, but they're winning the round.
Yeah, what's up, Nuki? How's it going?
Something miraculous occurs.
I enjoyed watching London recently, Nuki. That team looks damn good. I'm rooting for him.
Time will start running out now. Smoke plus nano swap.
Asuna, Sinatra, Baby Bay 10 Sideshow. Do they win championships? No. Nope. I can answer that for you right now.
A lot of wrong rolls there.
Well, game's over.
That is
It's done.
I mean, look. I mean, that was just an absolute booming. Just
the last two maps were
just confidence exuded from 100 Thieves.
Weirdly, a complete skill diff.
Yeah.
Against LG.
No confidence in LG. And if 100 Thieves, as this tournament's progressed, they played with more and more confidence.
Yeah.
It's like almost like they're just getting reps in with Ethan, and they're getting that to that point that I thought would take them much longer. And it
took them 2 days.
I am so fucking glad that they qualified for Masters, because it would have been a tragedy if they didn't.
Yeah.
And we saw glimpses of that progression.
Yeah.
And we didn't get to see that play out of Masters, but we are going to see it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Aside, also, yeah. Nitro, you guys notice that Nitro is good?
Nitro is good, but he
still needs to work on his Sage.
With his Sage utility, I think he's a little bit uncomfortable. Played like I normally do, that's fucking cap. That's
GG's 2-0 against LG, played like I normally do.
That is cap. That man, I mean, if Asuna could legally drink, he'd be on the clause. Like, that is...
That's funny. God, Asuna just
He was playing with so much confidence. It's insane.
I would like to return to the fact that he learned satchel lineups for Ascent. God, I love that boy. That is so good. Like I just creamed myself as soon as I saw him going for it.
Holy shit.
Huh? What is this?
Asuna trending on Twitter in the United States.
Doesn't Twitter, though, curate what's
Yeah,
trending?
It does
I think
curate
it
to an
does.
extent, but that is still pretty crazy.
4,580 tweets.
It definitely does curate a bit, but it's still pretty crazy.
Pretty good.
I mean, Valorant is definitely growing in a more mainstream way.
Yeah.
Like
The
when
esports
I
has
saw
blown up.
when I saw Reyna trending after that nerf with like whatever 30,000 something tweets, like, oh, okay, this game is actually
blowing up.
blowing up
We should
in
play
a
some tonight.
different way.
Yeah,
I'm
100
actually
Thieves
kind of
went-
down. I'll
100
play
Thieves
some
were
solo.
210 down to Gen.G.
Yeah.
They brought it back.
And they brought it back, and they just dominated. Actually, they didn't dominate from there because they lost Haven
They
afterwards.
lost Haven. I mean, respect to Gen.G as well. They played really well
seen
today.
that Nitro.
Can you imagine, though, if 100 Thieves... Well, no, 100
We've
Thieves...
already seen the Nitro tweet.
We have one thing to do before we end the stream today, though.
What's that?
And that is... to...
Play GeoGuessr?
No. To try and predict this.
Oh.
I mean, this is a tough one. This is actually a pretty sick grand final because you have
It is.
you have FaZe on a real hot streak.
Yeah, on
And
an
then you have
absolute
100,
classic, right?
and now 100 Thieves are coming in. It's not like both. Basically, what I'm getting at is both teams are they're peaking in the crescendo. You know,
Yeah, yeah, they are.
so it should be exciting.
That's my question coming into this match. Are 100 Thieves going to keep this confidence going into tomorrow, or are they going to reset a little bit down, be a bit more subdued, and are they going to get punished by FaZe playing aggressive and a little bit more?
I don't know.
It's like that stylistic difference. I think if 100 Thieves play like they did just then with complete confidence, I could see them taking it. But there's a world.
But I don't think
fucking crazy as this is, there's a world where FaZe Clan win.
Here's something I'll say though. I think what we might end up seeing is another game. Unless FaZe have been watching these VODs, and I'm assuming they are. And,
I think they are.
And are aware of some of the things that we've kind of been getting at in terms of how 100 Thieves play map control.
Yeah.
Especially mid, like basically where you can expose 100 Thieves. FaZe don't do a lot of hard split site executes. They do a lot of straight up hits. Or they will only lurk one player through mid, for example. And so they might. I could see a world where FaZe don't actually exploit the defensive weaknesses of 100 Thieves because it's just not in their standard gameplay.
Yeah, I think FaZe are focusing on themselves right now. They aren't comfortable enough with their own game to start counter-stratting their opponents. Whereas 100 Thieves' experience is a bit more all-round.
But you think so? Even with Ethan in?
I think even with Ethan right now, 100 Thieves are... They're playing their own game, but they're still making adjustments mid-map to what their opponents are doing. Whereas FaZe, I didn't see them do that too much. They just kind of run their own shit. But I think when FaZe play Icebox, their defensive aggression is going to catch people off a lot, I think. Like, when Steel's playing and trying to lurk through mid on Icebox...
Oh, he could get punished so
and he just
hard.
gets pushed by FaZe. Or when they're trying to hold a push out of A, and he gets pushed by two players, like running deep. I don't know. I think 100 Thieves are going to have to adapt to what FaZe are doing.
There could be a bit of a skill difference, though, as well.
Which way?
Has FaZe ever been in a situation like this? I can't remember. In the history of Valorant?
FaZe were
in
in
the
the
grand
finals
final.
of JBL.
They played Sentinels
and
in
they
the
got
finals.
whacked.
Yeah, it was just a wash.
But that was old FaZe.
Yeah, but yeah.
And also, I mean, you know what's interesting about this as well is that both of these teams have found success by putting both of their star duelists as perma raises in this tournament.
Yeah.
Which is just sort of another interesting element to this.
I think how does the map ban work? I think it works like
100 Thieves, I think, should get first pick.
Yeah, FaZe are up 1-0, but they don't get to remove a map.
Yeah.
They just
Which means
they just play 4.
But they go through the bans.
No, I
first,
don't think
they
they ban though.
Oh,
That's
no, of
the
course
thing.
they don't, because there wouldn't be enough maps in the pool, right?
Yeah, but other tournaments have done it where FaZe gets to ban a map that becomes the 1-0.
Gotcha. So
But
they're
I don't
probably
think
gonna...
they're doing that.
Are they not?
I don't think so.
Oh, there's
I
only
think
5
it's
maps
just
in the game.
picks. I think it's literally just pick, and then the 5th map is just left over at the end.
Right.
I think that's how it
That might
works.
change things then.
But what the hell does 100 Thieves pick first?
Haven.
Probably, right?
Well, here's one thing I'm definitely interested in is where does Split end up in all this? Or is there
Neither
enough
team wants to play Split, though, do they?
FaZe love playing Split, even though they do something different on it every time.
Have FaZe been playing it recently?
I don't know. They used to play it constantly.
Yeah, but I don't think they have in these games. Icebox Ascent.
Unfortunately, I haven't really been...
Bind Haven Ascent. Icebox Haven Ascent.
They haven't played it with this new iteration. They were playing it.
Is that because other teams have been banning it, though?
Could be.
Or is that them?
I don't know.
Has anyone been paying more attention to the map picks than us? Apparently they banned Split.
Been banned.
Okay, so both teams hate Split. I think both teams like Icebox as well at the moment, which is weird.
The thing is, though, I wonder if FaZe just pick Split. Because...
They might get boomed if they do that.
But they know that 100 Thieves is their permaban. Do you go for like the ballsy play of picking 100 Thieves permaban?
It's probably going to go Haven, Bind, and then the leftover maps. Icebox, Split.
Not Ascent?
Sorry.
But yeah, maybe not Ascent. I don't know.
What did I say?
You said Icebox Split.
Haven, Bind, Icebox. Yeah.
I don't really know how this goes.
I don't know how to call it, but...
No, they would pick Ascent before that. Absolutely.
I still have to catch up on a lot of these FaZe matches, so I feel like I don't have an accurate... I would be able to give an accurate representation of them, my prediction.
Yeah.
So I can't really say for certain, but...
I think Haven, Bind, Ascent, Icebox makes sense, and these teams avoid Split.
Yeah, unless FaZe go for the ballsy play of just going for it.
Personally.
They have to lock in their picks before they get to the map, I think. So...
Yeah.
They can't like adjust mid-series and say, oh, we're down, we need to pick Split as a YOLO. They have to pick beforehand. Bind. FaZe's Bind with the 0 Sentinel against the 100 Thieves Bind, where they run Sage. I feel like predicting 100 Thieves for this BO5, even though FaZe are up 1-0.
Not unreasonable.
But I think I'm underrating FaZe again. But I think I'm going to carry on doing it. I think I would predict 100 Thieves to win this.
I think what it's really going to come down to for me are FaZe, what I was getting at earlier. It's going to be FaZe's attack sides, and do they recognize and exploit the weaknesses of 100 Thieves that have been exploited previously in this tournament? Because if FaZe follow their typical plan, how they typically play attack sides, they will inherently not be exploiting those weaknesses. Because they just do hard sight hits for the overwhelming majority of their rounds.
FaZe are up 1 map because they made their way through the upper bracket, Lemon Booch. You also have to consider Asuna was popping versus LG. Yeah, he was. Can Asuna do that again? Or will like Baby Bay come alive or something? I don't know.
Corey's been really good all tournament too.
Yeah, Corey's been playing more of like a lurking role though. Especially on some maps. Like on Icebox he hardcore lurks. On Ascent he hardcore lurks.
He was doing that before on Reyna, but he's getting a lot more value with it on Raze.
Yeah.
It's as if Raze is just
a better
good.
Agent. Yeah. Corey is like happy. I don't think he lurks that hard. But yeah, it's somewhat similar, I suppose, in this tournament. Also, he doesn't lurk on every map. He just does it on some of them. Squad 5. Did Squad 5 beat Deliria WoW? Or however you pronounce that team?
I don't know. I did watch the Squad 5 game against...
Wait, did they change their name? Are they now Sharks
Esports now.
What the heck? It's Jaws' team.
They got signed, right?
They got signed by Sharks.
Good for them.
Oh, they bopped him.
I watched their game against B4, and they looked like a very solid team.
Yeah, I need to catch up on Brazil.
But that is the only game I've watched of Squad 5 so far.
Hey, talking about Sharks.
You don't want to play Valorant?
I want to play Valorant.
You don't want to...
It's 8:30 p.m.
I want to go. I want to go play a little Sova now.
2 games of Valorant, and then we play Raft.
2, but it depends on if they're wins or losses.
How about this? We play until we lose 2.
Deal.
Are you gonna throw on purpose?
No. I'm really
No.
close to
Josh.
getting
Yeah,
a decent
Josh definitely doesn't
rank.
throw in Valorant on purpose.
I mean, I was throwing recently when I
purpose.
played Astra. Not on purpose.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
It became
It's not
a Clown
like
Fiesta
in-
because I didn't know how to play Astra.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it wasn't.
It's not like
intentional
what?
throwing.
There is no game where I play on where I throw.
That's
on
why I
purpose.
stopped myself. I wasn't.
My little
course
brother
not.
has started watching my Twitch streams and my YouTube content.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the reason that he started that is because a lot of his friends at school have started playing Overwatch on the Switch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like they were all the kind of, they were exactly the right age to be part of the Fortnite boom.
Yeah.
And they all just played Fortnite all day long, playing it everywhere, all over the place. Then they switched, and some of them were playing Minecraft a lot, and they've started picking up more and more Minecraft. But they all have started playing Overwatch on the Switch now. And so they play Overwatch against each other. He has one friend that played it on the Xbox who got the other people in their group into it, and now they all play on the Switch. Because they all own Switches, because they're like the youth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily own consoles, all of them, but they've just started all playing it on Overwatch.
So he's been watching your videos.
He's been watching my videos, and
To
he's
learn
like,
not
he-
what to not do.
when I was on a WhatsApp call with him yesterday morning, and he said to me, he said, Josh, I started watching your videos, and you know that laugh you do when you're throwing? And I said, all right, for starters, I'm not throwing. And he goes, you are throwing though, aren't you? And I'm like, no. And he goes, yeah, well, you know that laugh you do? I've noticed that I do the exact same laugh. I was like, yeah, it's because we're related. It's because we're related. We grew up in the same house. We have the same genes. And he's like, yeah, I do that laugh a bit when I throw as well. Like, oh, God. He's learning from the master. He's learning from the master. Oh, God. So, yeah, maybe my little brother will be out on the streaming circuit. I have a bunch of clips on my channel of him playing TF2 in the past.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he never played an FPS game, so he didn't know what he was doing. But he was about, I think it was when he was 10 years old, and he jumped in while I was playing some deathmatch server, and he was playing the heavy weapons guy. And he just started, in DM.
Presumably everyone else in that server angry immediately.
And he was just shouting, Putis! And just running around trying to kill people. So, yeah, there you go. Okay. Cool. Well, tomorrow...
What time is that tomorrow? 2?
2.
All right. Bless you, sir.
Oh, God. Tomorrow, we'll watch FaZe 100 Thieves, and then play some Raft. How old is he now? 13, I think. No, I think maybe he's 14. I can't remember. I think he was born in 2006, which means that he's 14, right? Yeah. Josh, please don't hold in your sneezes. Every time you do, you're risking throwing off the pressure behind your ears. I did it one too many times, and it led to lifelong deafness after 3 surgeries.
What? Is that real?
I mean, I think so, probably. I assume that this guy was just really unlucky, though. I don't think that's normal.
Well, time to play some Valorant.
Yeah,
You want to play some Valorant?
From now on, I'm going to just scream every
let
time
it
I
rip.
sneeze. Yeah, I'm just going to...
Valorant?
Yeah, let's play some Valorant. All right.
Let's do it.
Goodbye, everybody. We'll see you again in 5 minutes if you're on the twitch.tv/sideshow. But if you're on youtube.com/PlatChatValorant, we'll see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. All right, bye. Bye, bitch. Bye.